I mean, I can like DM Sega, but that's about it.
I guess I'll like tweet to them. Okay, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I would suggest you tweet to them, because other than Brandon and Virgil, I don't think anybody on Twitter likes me.
Gee, I wonder why.
It's not, I mean, it's my fault, but, I mean, is it really my fault?
Well, I mean, half and half, like 90% theirs and 10% yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let
I'm
me
an
make a
asshole.
fucking list.
Top shig.
Okay, who will I add first? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Alright, I'll throw a list.
Let me put that shit in Notepad. I'm just gonna put everybody I'm following right now. So of course I'm gonna start with fucking Heather, and then Amanda, then Todd, and Lily, then Rachel. Hopefully I can fit everybody in.
Wish I was dead. There's a fair bit of people in the in Kayla's broadcast's chat room. Her broadcast isn't broadcasting, but there's a fair bit of people in the chat room. I posted in there telling everybody to check the TV thread.
I'm gonna get some weird competition, even though it's not really a competition.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like the Kayla's like alternate account, like official type shit. They're claiming this season that they need TBS producer approval, not TBS, but really 550 or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. 5x5.
Yeah, 5x5. I think they're full of shit though. But that shouldn't preclude us from getting season 1 or season 2 in there. And I mean, what is the two that have been eliminated already have to lose? Like they should be able to show up.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably some NDA kind of shit, which would be kind of fucked up. I mean, like, hey, let's just like stifle the small community that we have, because
Well, it's stifle, bro.
stifle with
They
whatever.
pronounce it stifle in Canada.
Nah, I'm French Canadian. I don't know how to pronounce half the shit I say. I just guess.
Yeah, but it's like 4chan is. I hate to say it, but at this point, like it's their biggest, most organized fan base. It has been really since season 1, but I mean, like Reddit had a competing one in season 1, but season 2 it straight up went all 4chan.
Yeah, I mean, there's the King of the Nerds subreddit. It's fucking empty. It's like they post things when some things happen, but otherwise it's like 5, 6 comments on like the episode recaps.
Yeah.
And the rest is all fucking dead.
Yeah, it's garbage. The one girl over there at Reddit, she tried doing like some of the hangouts last year, and even though they would have like 2 or 3 of the current guests on their hangouts, we would still have, I say we, but your hangouts would still have more people watching with no guests than theirs with like 2 or 3 guests.
Yeah, that was kind of sad.
I mean, we're more entertaining, I guess. I say we again, but...
Well, it's just that, like, we're not afraid of asking the real questions. And all that stuff.
We do the hard-hitting questions. They want to answer, they don't answer, they want to answer, it becomes funny, you know? Like...
Yeah, we ask the tough questions like, do you like to get foot jobs?
I'm gonna tweet up Nicole.
Yeah, I send a tweet to all those that I follow, so hopefully they'll see it and be like, oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, I find it, I don't think they're being truthful with they need the 5x5 prior request, unless Kayla's, got a direct insert.
Maybe it's just like, I don't know, maybe they actually do because they saw, like, they didn't like what people said in Season 2 Hangouts.
Yeah.
Because they answered questions that were like, it's not like really mainstream, I guess.
Yeah, they answered questions in the season 2 Hangouts that they never answered in the season 1 Hangouts, which I think they may have gotten in trouble with.
Maybe a bit. Holy shit, my screen is dark. There we go.
When is Fat Guy and Shaw going to fuck? Never gonna happen. A, I don't like Canadians unless their name is Celeste, and B, not the dudes. No
Well, I mean,
offense.
he won't see it coming, but... And it doesn't have to be winning now, is it?
Oh, you motherfucker. I can't wait to get serial killer back in here.
Yeah, he should be done working in like 10 minutes, so it'll take like 15 minutes to come. And I'm just waiting for him to get online so I can spam him.
When did you start doing Hangouts? Season 2, right?
Season 2, yeah. It's like, there was a guy, Suck My Dick, that like, he did like 2 Hangouts, and then like, fucking, Suck. He like did 2 Hangouts for the first 2 episodes, and just fucking disappeared. So I just like, took it up to myself to continue that. Then like came back like 9 episodes, like to the finale, and
oh man, I forget how to post a new thread. You want to threads auto staging? You want to post a new one?
yeah, there's already a new one.
There is? Nobody linked it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a new. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. Shaw, is Fat Guy a big guy for you? I gotta be honest. Yeah, he's kind of a big guy.
I'm a big guy to pretty much everybody.
Yeah, he's a big guy pretty much to everybody. Speaking of being a big guy, I don't know if it's apparent. Do you know anything difference between me and the last Hangouts?
Hold on, let me pull it up. No?
No? Good.
Not really, no.
Well, I'm a year older.
Well, there's that, but
Yeah.
not much difference.
Also, this tooth got cracked. Fucking Rita.
How did that happen? Did you just try to sell the rocks you got from Iraq?
No, this girl I skydive with, I cracked my tooth in her helmet. That's like, So. Shaw, move the fucking camera to your face, you're off center. Okay. It's difficult. This is a shitty fucking camera. There, is that better? Do you want it up, down, left, right? Should I clear off the bed behind me? Got a bunch of clothes in there. Auto Sage. Pump limit! Fat Guy, turn on your light. Shaw, turn your camera to left. I did.
The light is like, when I look at the thread, the light is gone, then...
Yeah, where's your light in the rear? Like, I moved apartments, and like now I've got 3 overhead lights. I don't need to, you know...
Yeah, well, if I turn on light, I'm gonna see how fucking, like, destroyed my place is, so I try to not.
Yeah,
I still have
like,
moving boxes from, like, 2 years ago.
If you turn on your light, then there's more light on me coming from the screen, and this is the moneymaker. So... This is what draws in the viewers, ladies.
Yeah, I'll just read chat like a motherfucker. I had a second screen before, but it died on me like 2 days ago. I need to like open it up and clean it up because there's like dust preventing the power to get in and some shit.
Apparently we have 22 viewers right now.
25.
25. How do I make this? Do I have to open up our own stream, or is there a way for me to see the YouTube chat on this?
Yeah, you just open the YouTube page and just pause the video so you can see the chat and the view account.
Okay. Off-center Shaw's par for the course. I used to walk around saying par for the course all the time to denote the fact that I was upset with constant failure, and nobody really understood it, and I really like the phrase par for the course.
Fat Guy and Shaw, favorite season 3 girl.
I gotta say Caitlin.
I'm gonna go with Rachel.
Rachel? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Rachel's a solid second. Caitlyn, I like the drama. I like the passion. She's got kind of like she's missing a chin, like this is going on. But other than that, I like her.
I don't know. It's like the ego would be something to deal with, which is I don't know. Ugh. Too much trouble, I think.
Too
A bit.
much trouble. I
She
mean,
just she just be like a bit too full of herself, you know.
hmm.
Which I mean, she kind of can do because like she works at NASA and whatever. But you know, being humble doesn't fucking hurt.
That's a good point. She did start off strong season 1 with the let's just get into the challenges. Hey, we got MK in the chat. MK,
And
join
Nicole.
the stream in the description.
I mean, if they want to join, you know.
Shy, you idiot! Respond to the chat. You're too sensitive, Shy. You're perfect. Thanks, buddy. Can we discuss the lack of Ray? I miss Ray. Still not convinced he's not a girl, but whatever.
Fat guy, more like lights out guy. Yeah, pretty much.
Nice. Nicole. Oh, do we have Nicole here? We've got Nicole here. Nicole, why won't you join? Nicole and MK, if you click in the show more, there's a link to join. Please do. You're season 2. We would appreciate you having you guys on. MK and Nicole, please do.
Just come as drunk as you fucking can. It'll be even better.
Do I like chicken tendies? I'm somewhat autistic in my food choices. I do like chicken tenders. I mean, it's not my go-to. I like pork more, even though I do have a pig. Oh my god, we're getting Nicole and MK in here. I'm going to continue drinking.
Yeah, I'm getting chicken fingers tomorrow.
You're getting chicken tendies? Nice!
Yeah.
Nothing like that non-stop protein.
I mean, it's like the only meal of the month that I'm allowing myself to like go out. Then it's like back to monk mode.
Fat Guy and Shaw, why no GF after 3 years? So, contrary to popular belief, I don't really go for girlfriends. I'm sort of in a casual mode where I'm just kind of there for the physical and then, like, until the morning. Not really a serious thing. But I haven't really met a girl that's required me to kind of do an emotional commitment, so I guess that's why I don't have anyone that I consider a girlfriend. But I am pounding pussy if you guys are interested. What about you, Fat Guy?
I just don't feel. I don't want one right now. I'm focusing on myself first. That's really all it is. I mean.
Hey, are you good with randos joining from 4chan?
Sure.
Sure, if annoying, get kicked.
I can always kick them anyway.
Yeah. Like, if they're doing that Tom Green shit where they're jerking off on camera, yeah, it's funny for the first 10 seconds, but then it's not funny no more.
Saying tenders, saying fingers, kill all normies, autism strike. Well, if you'd rather, I could just say it in French.
I only know one sentence of French. La vaca casa danse, I think, if I remember from 6th grade, that is the cow breakdances?
That is not French.
I was lied to. I'm less lonely than the last one, Shaw. Shaw, if I pull those glasses, will you die? What glasses? These glasses? I thought Nicole and MK were going to join up.
Yeah, in a bit. I guess it's just preparing. So yeah, I think the whole like needing 5x5 producers permission is just because they want to use the Hangouts as more like promotion, extra promotion after the episodes.
Yeah. It makes sense because this is they barely got the green light to make these episodes. So for those of you who don't know, this is my understanding of what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. TBS doesn't own the show. What it is 5 by 5 produces the show out of pocket and then packages that as like an 8 or 9 episode series and then shops it to networks, TBS getting the first crack. And they basically researched whether or not if they made a season 3, would they be able to make money off of it. And it came down to the very last episode until they were like, yeah, we're going to fund it and make a season 3. And TBS agreed to buy it, but because the ratings weren't great after season 2, they pushed it to Friday. So 5 by 5 has a vested interest in controlling promotion and access to the guests in such a way that they want to put it in a spot that will get publicity or something that's positive so that they can push more viewers, thus making the probability of a season 4 that much more realistic. Is that correct?
It makes sense. I mean, well, except the part usually what happens is like they pitch the idea to the channel, and then channel's like, okay, well, we'll take like 10 episodes, and then they give the channel like TBS gives them money to do it. Like there's a few ways to go at it, but that's usually the most common one.
Yeah. But yeah, they're so season 1 premiered. I think it was like 2.1 million. Season 2 was down 1.4 million. According to Booger Curtis, season 3's premiere last week was 2 million, so it's a big up jump, and that's a huge number considering that season 1 got 2 million on a Sunday night. And this, of course, is, as we know it, because we're all fucking losers here, just joking, is on a Friday night death slot, which is the, oh yeah, we purchased it and we're going to try and turn a little bit of profit on a Friday, but we really have no interest in season 4, but I'm hoping that it jumps up.
Yeah. So Amanda and Rachel just favored and retweeted my tweet about the TV Hangout. So fingers crossed, it might come later.
What's your Twitter name? I got Shaw SP. So what do you got?
Yeah, mine is hold on, what the fuck is it? Can never remember. God, I'm retarded. Hold on. It's AG_TV. Hold on, let me just paste it in the Hangout chat.
No. Ah, okay. There we go. 2 E's. Gotcha.
So yeah, how are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. Who is this? Anon or?
Yeah, I'm an Anon dude.
All right, that's cool. You have a tag you want us to call you?
Not really. I mean, you can just probably see it on the screen.
Okay.
Pack Gamer. So you're now Pack?
Sure. Yeah, that's good.
What was your impression of episodes 1 and 2? Sorry, I've been drinking.
Episode 1 seemed kind of really light on the character stuff. But episode 2 got pretty interesting, I think.
I think there was a lot more strife going around.
Oh yeah.
Less than the alliance part being solid. It kind of broke apart there at the end.
Yeah. We kind of had a discussion about the game theory stuff.
Oh, were you Anon last night?
I was one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean I had my views. I think going cross the lines, I think that's garbage. But I mean, it's smart from their standpoint, but it renders the game to the viewer pointless.
Yeah, I agree with you, but at the same time, that's one of the parts of the game, right? To game the system is to play the game.
Yeah, and it's brilliant because even though they've made watching the show pointless, if their alliance works out, they have nevertheless succeeded in lasting the next 6 episodes or so. Like that's very smart. It's a new way of jumping forward. We got Nicole in here, I think. At least
Technically, yes.
But yeah, I think it's something completely outside the box thinking, and It's brilliant as far as making it to the final rounds, but as for a viewer,
I don't know. Yeah, it seems kind of unfortunate because you kind of miss out on the other characters because they're just getting gang banged. So.
yeah, and you know, I don't know. Maybe I was just a little upset to see Jacob go, but whatever.
Like some guy mentioned in chat box during the episodes, like they watch way too much Survivor
Yeah.
while doing this alliance, and you can always see in the previews for like next episode, it looks like the alliance is about to crumble because shitstorm inbound.
Oh yeah. There's a bunch of crying and name calling.
You guys hear me? Just out of curiosity.
Nicole, yes, we can hear
Yes.
you.
Oh, good. Oh, wait, no.
Fat guy, I picked Invoker into Doom. Help. What, you mean like you picked Invoker and repicked into Doom? You done fucked up, son?
So,
Yeah.
Kayla's stream has started. She has herself and 4 guests, one of them being Moo from season 1. 50 viewers. We got Nicole. I think we got the better show.
I have Thomas, and he's like one of my favorite season 3 nerds, so.
I would, if Thomas has a Twitter, or if you have any contact, please do invite him.
Well, no,
Please,
he's in the other chat.
Garbage. See if you can't snipe him on the DL.
Well, no, they have to do a thing.
Oh, so now 5x5's got him on contract to do post-show hangouts?
Rip.
Not a contract, but
Rip.
Rip.
believe me, I wish I could.
How much do you know about season 3's production?
Can't say.
I mean, I'm not talking about episode-wise. I'm talking about contract and obligation-wise.
I know the throne room thing is something that Kayla and Ivan were really pushing. Kayla especially.
You said Kayla and you?
No, Kayla and like Ivan.
Oh, Kayla, Ivan. Okay. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I mean, I think it's good because they all have contact info as opposed to, I don't know how Fat Guy and Serial Killer were getting, I think mostly Fat Guy, were getting people in last season, but the part I don't like is that if it's done by the production company, it's got to be PC, and PC equals, for 4chan at least, unwatchable and no fun.
Right.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, they're the party, right? But we're the cooler after party.
Yeah.
Where all the crazy shit happens.
I mean, think about it. We were the ones we had Brando in here, and he wrote the fanfic, and fucking Curtis wrote the Hot and Heavy, Hot and Ready.
Fanfic, yeah.
That was gold.
It
and
really
you never
was.
see that shit on the other one.
Yeah.
Hey Nicole, how's life? You got a question from the chat from Mary KU.
Ooh. Life is interesting. But otherwise not bad. Enjoying my lack of not having to do a fucking thing. It's great. I'm still trying to figure out how to fix my fucking video. It's being stupid.
Nicole, you don't happen to know the reasoning behind the new rules, right?
Which new rules?
The contract where they can't make public appearances without approval or anything like that.
I don't
Can we
know
kind of-
what's going on with that.
Is it because of the 5x5 wants to push the after show, or do you know if it was because somebody got a hold of the 4chan threads and were like, not cool?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I legitimately don't know.
Honestly, they probably just saw like all the hangouts from last season. They were like, "That's some cool shit. Let's do something like that." So they got Kayla to do it, and then they're like, "Well, they send all the other contestants like on that show until it ends. Then they're free to do whatever they want, really."
Kayla was pushing hard towards the end of season 2, prior to production of season 3, with the whole Nerd Army thing on Twitter, trying to get the retweets and the interest for season 3 to be made and produced. So I get that she's like leading the whole chat thing, but to be honest, if you're not putting out interesting and provocative content, you know, I mean, they're talking. I'm looking at it right now. 53 viewers. I think when season 1 went down and Celeste and Virgil did the Bestie Friends Hangout, I think they had at least 350 to 500, if I remember correctly, watching in the beginning.
Well, it's fucking Celeste and Virgil, so yeah.
Yeah.
Based Virgil is based.
Based Virgil. I mean, it's season 2, or I'm sorry, episode 2. I don't want to judge a book by its cover, but I haven't seen any standout, gripping characters jump out at me that I'm like, yes, I want to see those. What about you guys?
Wait, is Zach here?
It looks like Zach.
Zach!
Oh god.
Oh my god. Based Zach. Where is Zach?
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Zach, join up, buddy. Zach is fresh off his English PhD, where he wrote a dissertation explaining how gravity works.
Oh, Zach posted in the throne room thread. Why I didn't put the link out for the 4chan thread? Oh jeez.
Oh my god, he did. Yes. Where's the link for TV? Nicole didn't tweet it. I'll DM you, Zach. Nice.
So let's talk about fucking Gatto's video of episode 1.
Brilliant. I loved it.
It was amazing, like for the parts that worked, especially when like I think it was Curtis that mentioned gravity. No,
Yeah,
wait. It was when Colby mentioned gravity, like because no, you can't beat gravity. Like you can always count on gravity doing his job, and he's just like post a fucking segment of Zach being like, "Yep."
Yeah, dude, that was fucking perfect.
Oh, that was like spot on.
I was laughing so hard. I would join here, however. I thought I could get my phone to work. Sadly, every time I click it, I couldn't get it to connect. So MK is trying to join. She's on mobile. It's not working. Team shot forever.
No. Team shot. What the fuck?
MK apologized. She has shitty computers.
What happened?
Yeah, the Gatto edit was, I thought was spectacular. I loved it.
Alright, well, here, I'm gonna that words. I'm gonna have to back out for a second because I'm trying to update my XSplit, and hopefully once I have that updated, it'll play the video. So I will be right back.
Alright, we will be waiting.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but besides, who is that, Tom in there? It's all girls over at the throne room, the other thread. Is anybody monitoring that, by the way? Does anybody know what's going on in that? Because I've got it muted.
No, I'm not watching. Thomas killing the vibe in Kellis Hangout. Oh god.
Someone wants a link to Gatto's video. I'll post
Just like
it
Google
in
King
the
of Zimbabwe
thread.
3-1.
Pack Gamer already posted it. Nice.
But yeah, oh my god. Hold on. Why is SK not on yet?
So, if you guys were to take a guess right now, or to be a betting man, who do you guys see winning Season 3 as it stands right now?
Winning?
Now, mind you, somebody did post a spoiler alert of an episode, a couple episodes in front, so don't look at that when you say this.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I have, but it makes no sense. So I don't know.
I'm kind of behind Ori, but I'm also kind of behind Colby.
Yeah, I don't know. I know it's not Caitlyn because there's no fucking way they wouldn't get her to like tweet and shit about the show if she had won. That's for sure.
I mean, I think she's not tweeting because of her job. She just doesn't want to do that. But I really want to see Caitlyn fall because she's full of herself.
Yeah. But I mean, I know she's not gonna win. I mean, it's just like it makes no sense like how they would not like have her do promotional stuff.
Am I the only one here that's Team Caitlyn?
Yep.
Like, I like her for the fact that she's working in her field, she's smart, but that she pushes forward. She seems like a true nerd to me. I gotta say, as far as the kind of the trope goes and what the qualities that make up a nerd are, she is, for all the females, I think she's the closest one in season 3 that is, a true nerd. And I also like the fact that she's got some bite to her. She's got some claws.
Mary Kate says, I don't know who would win, but the person who wins at giving me the biggest lady boner is Heather. I would kind of agree until you watch her YouTube video of her ripping her ingrown toenail out. That just grossed me the fuck out. And any like charm or magic is gone. It's like there's no coming back from that one.
Yeah, no, I'm on Team Lily, dude.
Rachel for life.
There was too much crying in this episode.
Crying isn't a sign of weakness. It actually makes me stronger. What was it? Because it releases stress hormones.
Oh my god, she claimed it releases stress hormones from her tear ducts. Now, granted, I am not the greatest neuroscientist. I do have a biology degree, but no hormones are released from the tear ducts because that would not affect any other system in the body. I mean, there might be there's hormones released when you cry, but not from your tear duct. Come on. Pish posh.
That was so funny. Oh god.
Let me refresh the thread, see what's going on in the thread. Kayla's stream is literally social justice warrior, the Hangout. Yo, fat guy. Oh, never mind. It was already asked. I feel you should. I think this thread's behind.
So, how much of this SJW shit do you think is being pushed by the producers?
I don't think any of it is, to be honest. I'm in college right now, and it seems to be a big thing with the 18, 19, 20-year-olds. I don't think the producers are pushing anything of it. I think that's natural, organic, if you will. Granted, I do have a view on this, is that I think it's being pushed by the producers, the angles. They're not pushing the characters to do it, but they are doing through edits. They're pushing it to be a storyline because the same reason that if you allow me to get political here for a second, the Obama administration is posting it is because there is a lot of carry and purchase power among women these days, and pushing that whole angle gets them on their side. I fully believe the Democrats are in line to win the next election because of this. And I think it's economically, yeah, if you can get some people on Tumblr to be like, oh, look at this, one of these STEM major girls is pushing feminism, yeah, it's an easy way to get it pushed through and get a bunch of viewers. So yeah, I'd say the producers are pushing through edits, not through character, but through edits. They're pushing the storyline a little, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but they are like kind of pushing the whole feminist thing. It's kind of funny. And then somebody on the thread started posting all those tweets that Heather made about all those, well, social justice warrior shit.
Yeah.
And God, that was the best. So much gold in there just ready to be mined out. Like, all you have to do is replace men or straight with, like, Jews or Nazis. And then you get some hilarious content.
Crying may stimulate the release of hormones, but not from the tears. Yes, Mary Kay, thank you. There are no hormones released between the tear ducts. Hormones are, quick lesson for you guys, hormones are chemicals that move from one system to the next through the bloodstream. They are packaged in proteins that carry them on to the next thing that will affect them down the... fuck, I'm drunk. Down the chain, but yeah. Crying will release hormones, but not through the tear ducts. Nicole's camera's not working. Zach apparently is pretending he hasn't seen messages about how to join. What? XSplit is a piece of software, right?
Yeah.
XSplit, yeah. That's the thing, though. XSplit is a streaming software. You don't need it to use your camera for a Hangout.
Yeah,
the camera is like, when I try to select the camera, it automatically goes to XSplit.
Uninstall, maybe.
Yeah, I'm working on that.
I'm using Minicam to use because I use my phone as a
You're also
webcam.
like in a fucking cave right now.
Oh, you know, I work with what I have.
Okay.
I mean, Tony Stark did make his suit in an Afghan cave, and it came out.
This is true. Alright.
Oh shit! Somebody linked the video of Heather ripping her toenail off. Oh god.
I refuse to watch it.
I'm hungry. I don't want to lose that hunger because it motivates me.
Motivate?
Are you reading from the chat?
No, from the thread. If you see my screen go super dark, it's because I'm either watching the Hangout and watching myself talk, or just watching the thread.
People in the thread are telling us to join Kayla's Hangout. FYI, there is no invite to me. I don't know, Fat Guy, did you get an invite? I didn't get an invite.
No, I don't get anything. Maybe if I just tweeted them, they're like, hey, can I come and join?
Tweet at them, the invite link is a generic invite link. If you have that, anybody can join through that link.
Oh, dude, no,
Nicole,
that would be a shitstorm.
Nicole needs to get it because she's already got the in. Nicole...
that would be a
terrible idea,
I don't have
Nicole.
the in anymore. I'll put it that way.
Really?
Did hanging out with us just burn you from them?
No, I was already burned from that one a while ago.
You were burned for being loose with the info on last season, I heard.
Me? Fuck no.
I heard that, and the fact that you weren't updating the MSDSs got you burned.
MSDSs? What?
Material safety data sheets.
Oh.
Well, currently they're being updated to SCSs, so...
Oh, that's right, they're getting rid of the material part. Yeah. More SDSs.
Alright. Okay, to uninstall, I have to close the Hangouts plugin, so hopefully third time's a charm.
Please,
not. Fuck. Alright, so hold on, I'll be back.
Yeah, Zach, if you want to join, just look at the video description for the YouTube page you're at, like, right now, and you can just, like, put that, and it'll, like, send you straight up to the room. And hey, mystery fat guy number 2, Mike.
So, Heather and Lily hanging out. Todd just joined their chat. Heather and Lily, it seems as though they get together at some point in the in this season. I mean, granted, they are pandering when they have them be like, "Oh yeah, I like going down on girls."
I'm married, I have 2 kids, but I do totally like eat tacos once in a while.
Yeah, cheating on your husband and sleeping with somebody. I think they're going for either the degenerate or the Kim Kardashian crowd, maybe. I don't think it works because this is a show about nerds.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're trying to paint nerds as, like, super Tumblr progressive, I guess. So that works in a way.
Yeah, it fits the storyline. Who's Glasses? Glasses number 2 with the Wolverine hair. What's your name?
I just heard a tweet from Amanda. It's like, thanks for bringing me notice of the best description of my strategy and gameplay possible, which is #Team Cunt Alliance Social Feminazi Secret Sex. Chuck Norris, it's all you.
Nice.
Yeah. Hold on, Merc.
You won't. Mike says you won't be getting in. Kayla keeps her info close to her. Kayla tweeted at me the other day. Oh, we got Nicole's camera up and running. Nice. Kayla said yesterday to send her links and she would retweet it. I highly doubt that she would be truthful. Nicole, we welcome you as part of the Rebel Alliance.
the burned alliance.
It's good to have an insider. It's also good to have somebody who's not afraid of speaking the truth.
I only know what I know.
Okay.
What I know is I'm shaking the fuck out of this camera.
Wish I was dead.
You know what, at some point, I'm gonna learn how to fucking program web UIs just so I can teach Google how to fucking do it, because damn! Shit's impossible.
Question from the thread, why doesn't MK join?
MK is bouncing between, well, she's bouncing forth between the two.
She's trying, it's just like nothing works.
Politics.
I think we both are.
I can join for a while, I guess. I'll talk about stuffs I don't identify with, though I may leave. Published YA author now. Zach is now claiming to be too good for a chat because he's a published young adult author. Allow me, hold on, I need to back up to jerk off. Nobody gives a shit, bro.
There we go. Hey, Serial Killer's online. He's gonna come
Alright,
soon.
power questions. Come on, 4chan. Don't fucking fail me.
4chan, Nicole is here. Throw your questions out.
Nicole.
What I do?
Nicole, we'll start with the obvious. The G-string shot of the ass on the I Want to Believe poster. Is it your ass?
That's not me.
Yes or no? It is not you.
No. No.
Sure about that.
I wish that ass was mine, and I know squats and oats and all that shit. Yeah, I'm sure that's not my ass. I hope I know my ass.
Nicole, how do you
It's big
feel?
enough where I should be seeing it.
How do you feel about Will Wheaton's public vagina? Will Wheaton last
I
season.
think I'm actually here now.
Never be on King of
Remember Will
Nerds.
Wheaton actually, during like season 1 days, completely shammed, or like just bashed King of the Nerds and called it like a fake show that didn't really promote nerd awesomeness? Yeah, he can fuck himself.
We have Zach now in the house.
Hey, Zach.
Yeah, sorry. I think I was getting an echo effect for a second because I realized I was still watching the Hangout, and then I was in the Hangout, and I was really confused.
That'll happen.
Welcome, Zach.
I literally hate all of you.
Hi,
Hello.
my name is Zach, and I hate all of you.
I hate all of
I am
you.
a top young adult author with over 300 books sold.
Because of the way that best-selling charts work, for a while on Kobo, my book was actually outselling The Golden Compass, The Hunger Games, and what are you doing?
But you outsold The Gold Compass, the original or the... Oh, we got serial killers. The original or the new
Compass,
ones?
Wisdom of Earthsea, non-English version of Harry Potter, Hunger Games, but only for like 10 minutes, and then it went back to normal. But I can still say I've done it now.
Zach, send me a copy of your book, please. I will send Sace. Zach, how much for your book?
Zach, where can we buy it?
You can buy it, and I would hope that if you guys are fans of mine, you would buy it and not pirate it. You can buy it at voidsaga.com.
I am literally on piratebay.cr right now searching for it.
Thank you.
Pirate Bay got taken down, you asshat.
.cr works. They're literally the Pirates of the Caribbean right now.
Because currently I'm not a J.K. Rowling or I can't remember the guy who wrote Golden Compass, and I feel terrible. But because of that, your book actually matters. So if you do actually care, please actually buy the book because it means a lot to me.
How much is it?
You mean money means a lot to you?
No, literally the sales. I actually care less about money. I'm already doing like a 70% revenue split just because of Amazon, and then I'm doing a 50% split on that with Artist Entertainment for a promotion. So I could care less about money.
So if I buy it from Amazon, send it to you with a SACE, you will give me your part of the royalties, sign my book, and send it back?
Well, you
Like,
can't get
exactly, I
physicals
almost
from
wore that
Amazon.
shirt.
You can get physicals right now, though, if you order them from Artist Entertainment's website, Euromart.
Wait, is there a mailing address where we can have it signed by you?
I don't have a PO box
God.
right now. I'm thinking of setting one up
Make
for
a
the sake
PO
of that.
box.
Okay, what's your house address?
Please don't do
Yeah.
that right now.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Give that information
actually,
to the
what?
guy named Serial Killer. That'll end great.
That's a great
Hey,
idea. That's a great
I'm not
idea.
serial killer on here.
No, see, it's because it's a subtle joke. His name is actual serial killer of vaginas.
I see.
Well, join us.
Vaginas?
Would join us.
Zach, people in the thread want to know, are you still with the girl from last season? Yes or no?
From last season, or as in the girl I was dating during last season?
Yeah, the girl you were dating last season on the Hangouts.
Yeah,
Background notes says.
because we were dating for only like 2 months before the show, and then I had to run away for a month for the show, and then apparently it kept going, so that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
For whoever said the Rebel or Trinity or Rebel Alliance, I dubbed this the new Rebel Alliance shield. Because
I like it. I approve. Question from the chat. Zach, would you let Hollywood make a movie remake of your book?
Adaptation.
Oh yeah,
Adaptation.
totally. I'd love them to. I mean, sure, totally, 100%.
Who would you cast as the main characters?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know the names of any actual actors because that's not within the realm of my nerdism, so I'm just like clueless at it.
What?
Cast people. I would cast people.
Well, I hope so. That'd be weird otherwise.
I'm not getting the dragon dildo, Anon.
Would you cast Nicole in the movie? Yes or no?
Does Nicole want to be in the movie?
That has no relevance. Women don't have rights.
Don't you know how Hollywood works?
Yeah, it's really simple. You just throw money at it until somebody says, okay, I'll fucking do it. Jesus Christ.
So,
yes or no?
I was at work. What?
How was Walmart?
I don't work there anymore.
Nice.
I know,
You're
right?
fucking killing people at your job of choice. Holy shit.
I know, right? What happened in the episode tonight? Because I was at work until just like 2 minutes ago. So.
Apparently, tears are actually a sign of strength, and it releases stress hormones from your tear
Hey,
ducts.
faggots. My name is Zach, and I hate every single one of you. All of you are fat, retarded, no-likes. You spend every single day... You are everything bad in the world. Honestly, do any of you even know how gravity works? I mean, I guess it's fun making fun of SJWs because of your own insecurities, but you all take autism to a whole new level. This is even worse than jerking off to pictures of feet. Don't be a stranger. Just hit me with your best shot. Pretty much perfect. I'm on 4 nerd-offs, and my mind works in 4 dimensions. What challenges do you win other than host an empty hangout for half an hour? I also got straight A's at community college and have a banging hot girlfriend. She just blew me. Shit was so cash. You all are faggots and just kill yourselves. Thanks for listening. Pick related, it's me and my bitch. Zach, is Gravity the main character of your book?
That was okay.
Hive mind.
No, Gravity is not the main character of my book.
Is it a main theme in your book?
Actually, on some levels, yes, because on some pseudo-scientific, not really scientific levels, yeah, actually.
Have you seen Gatto's remake of last episode?
No.
The summary. That was pretty much just MK's and my ass.
Go
I
on.
think that was Gatto
Wait,
fake.
what?
Whoever said Ninjanomics for season 4, Ninjanomics and fucking like Sky Diddy, holy shit!
Dude, if Sky Diddy in season 4 would
Like I
be
told
fucking
him to
amazing.
apply.
When
Because
Sky Diddy kept building?
we're 3 for 3 in tester people invading King of the Nerds. We need a 4th for season 4.
Oh, that's
holy
right.
shit.
Rob was in the Danielle season, right?
Wait, who in season 3 wasn't the tester?
Rochelle.
Which season?
2. She was eliminated episode 1.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
right.
Wait, isn't all the King of the Nerds people that were on the tester like eliminated between
Yes.
by episode 2? Like they
Oh, Danielle made it far. She was
Danielle went really far. She was in the finale.
did she?
Danielle didn't make the finale of Tester.
I only watched Tester 3.
Oh, I
Danielle was supposed to get eliminated, but the fat dude that was teasing her got eliminated instead.
No, they were both eliminated
Oh, they were both eliminated? Hmm.
because they couldn't handle their crying. And yeah, you picked a terrible, terrible shit season to watch.
I only watched it because of the Raptor guy.
Ego Raptor.
You know that guy that was only there to promote his own YouTube channel? Selfish piece of shit.
Whatever, he puts out quality work.
Turned around and tagged him on every single episode, even though he was already gone.
Right?
But, you know, details.
Details. How do they work?
Also, I don't know what my persona would be. If you have any options, keep it clean.
You would be the one-legged prostitute.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, the one-legged prostitute has a felching fetish.
Nicole, where the fuck's Brandon? What happened to him?
Yeah, where's Brando?
Brando is being based somewhere else. I don't know where the fuck he is.
Oh, this is why I wanted Zach in the chat. So, Zach, you rented a room with Virgil, Jack, and Kelsey. What happened in that room?
I heard Virgil fucked Kelsey, is that true?
Okay, actually, you know what? I actually have to play this for you. I need to see if I can find this, because there was at least one ridiculous thing that happened, and I can get a great recording of Jack attempting to seduce Virgil.
Oh my god, yes.
One sec, let me see if I can find it on my camera or not. We were trying to get him to actually get out of bed and actually go to the party, so Jack had the great idea of pretending to be a young Asian girl and trying to lure him out of the bedroom.
You should have just played some song clips of Celeste, that would have got him out of bed.
That's a fact.
Zach, how do you feel about blue-armed Sonic as you try to get this done?
Blue-armed Sonic is an abomination, and it's horrible, and it never should have happened, and I hate the Sonic Boom character redesign for Sonic, because I love Sonic, he's like one of my favorite characters ever. You can look right up there, I have a million different Sonic characters, and it's horrible. I feel very passionately about this one. However, Sonic Boom Tails is freaking awesome. I love Sonic Boom Tails, and Amy's okay. Passionate about that one. Let's see if I can get this to play, though. This might work.
I'm interested.
Alright. I think I might actually be joining the other one. Does anyone
Nicole, no.
have any random questions that I should ask that I can
Nicole.
get away without getting deleted?
Nicole,
Yes.
send us the invite so we can crash it.
I'd be the last person. That's the problem. You can cheer me
No, you
on.
would not. I'm looking at it right now. We could crash it as soon as anybody leaves. Please send link. Nicole, don't leave us like this.
If there's a
Nicole.
question that you want to ask, is you have to
I'll
ask
still be
them
in,
if they
I'll
like.
still be in 4chan though.
Okay.
Because I love you guys.
You have to ask them if they like chicken tendies.
Yeah, ask them why their hangout sucks. I mean, we have Zach and you. Even though you're leaving us,
Wait, where is a link to their Hangout?
010. Their hangout, I'll post in the chat for you.
Dude, oh, that would be fucking criminal. I love it.
Well, yeah,
Could you
guys
imagine
cheer me
if we
on.
crashed it?
And I will be in the 4chan thread because, again, I love you guys. Even the people that hate me and want me to
Why
die.
are you leaving us, Nicole?
Well, I'm
Yeah, you know Zach has abandonment issues.
Taylor was let me in. I'm really curious.
I'm trying to actually reforge a bridge that has been burned.
Okay.
badly.
Wait, can you say how that bridge burned?
And unfortunately, no. That's
Can you convince them to let me, Serial Killer, and Fat Guy crash their
Oh,
chat?
yeah.
Just try and get one of us in, if that's possible.
If
Matthew
the
also has a good
ass
question.
picture actually becomes my ass, then yes, I could convince them.
So, then yes.
That's not my ass.
Explain Sonic. 3, 2, 1. Explain it now.
Shitballs.
So
You
yeah,
don't
there's
even
two
know how
questions you can
science
ask, though. There are two questions you can ask. The first one, chicken tendies, and ask them if they
They know
think.
who Chris Chan is.
How could hold on, how could this be a question? Ask them if they are a big guy.
Bane post them. Bane post them.
Yeah,
Facebook.
just be like, do you think you're a big guy? And then in the middle of their answer, you just say, for you. That will work, right?
Is that Katie? Do we have Katie in the chat? No, we do not have Katie in the chat. We have MK in the chat. It's Hopeless
I
Nicole.
think Katie's still on a phone call with a mystery person.
I was about to say, Katie said she would join our hangout. What the fuck?
All right,
Well,
gentlemen.
she's trying, but her computer shit.
Sure,
Gentlemen,
guys.
you have fun. I will be in the 4chan thread.
Oh, we
so
will
feel free
have
to ask
fun. Come
questions, and
back.
I will ask everything. Like, I will answer just about everything, whether it's true or not. It's up to you to decide.
Nicole, follow me, Shasby, on Twitter so we can DM about this.
I think am I not following you guys?
How'd you print that awesome poster, by the way, on the wall? Did you get
She
like
stole it.
photos for that? I need that. I need one of
That?
those.
Oh, I
Yeah, I totally
I
need
went
one.
to Walgreens. Kind of like I went and got that one. Which,
Okay, did you just do that from the PDF? Is it high enough quality to actually do that?
that one, yeah. But that one has special meaning because it's different than the one in
Oh, I know. That was so awesome that you did that.
Yeah.
Because you loved
Because
that one.
Mike Murphy is amazing and
He's awesome. Yeah, he's awesome.
Do you guys, random question, do you guys want me to kick the hornet's nest? Yes or no?
What?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
What
hearing
kind of
yes.
question is that? What
They're
kind
the
of question is
pig
that?
addict.
Of course.
So somebody
You have to,
brought this up last week. Zach, you're going to be put on the hot seat. We are going to revisit shit from last season.
Okay.
With the shocking, be honest, integrity check. Did you claim off camera that you could not be shocked?
We've gone over this.
Yeah, I did. I
Yeah.
did. I could not be shocked.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there were pieces, and yeah, we went over this. We went over this last season already. This is already covered. I have a valid medical reason I could not be shocked, and I could not be shocked.
And
I
how
honestly
mad was
don't
Chris
mind
at
what
this?
this means. I mean, one of the things I did when I was younger, for a while, I thought I wanted to actually go into robotics. So I've been shocked by like all nature of things before. I really don't give a damn about getting shocked. I had a limited reason why that summer I was not capable of being shocked.
Okay. And how mad was Chris when this revelation happened?
Chris wasn't mad at all, because I don't think the shocks were actually that strong whatsoever. They kind of seemed like they were just really weak static shocks. I might have actually been totally fine, but Chris was just trying to play it up, obviously, and he was being so ridiculous later when he was talking to Jack. It was kind of funny, but Jack actually, it did get to Jack a little bit actually. It was bizarre when Chris was saying all that to him.
Follow-up question. When Chris agreed to be your tester for that dwarf game was like Minesweeper, he claimed in the episode that you really didn't use him. You basically just needed somebody to kind of work the other side of the board. Did you work out a strategy in that? Did you take his playing ability into account or his theory or anything?
Well, I didn't need to use him, and frankly, he wasn't also offering anything. But I know he would have if I asked. What was very helpful, and one of the reasons that he was going to be the first person I was going to go, can I have you, is because he is so like uber super mega calm all the time, and that was still in a situation where they technically still wanted me to win. So having someone I could look to who is being like super emotionlessly uber calm was like actually really helpful to have him there. So that was the reason I wanted him there.
Hmm.
Also, I figured that it was good to ask him first, because then we have the other team captain helping out.
And then the other thing, in the final hangout, when you were almost not the final hangout, but the final episode, you were on the sideline almost dying, being like, "Please bring me in! Please bring me in! Please bring me in!" Were you guys told by producers that you couldn't communicate, or were you just told no verbal?
That was part of the rules of the challenge, is that you could not talk, which made it really painful because what it required the person in there to do was be looking at the sidelines, make it clear you wanted to go in, but you weren't allowed to talk. So you had to be able to go like, yeah, use your lifelines. And one of the things that Kayla did really, really well was she used her lifelines basically right away the second she knew that she needed help. Jack didn't do that. And I think potentially had he used his lifelines more quickly, he might have won. But it was really, really close. And yeah, but I just wanted to help him so bad because I really wanted him to win at that point so badly.
Yeah, I was definitely team Zach and Jack. I think you guys had a great balance in the one of the most fun challenges that I ever saw was the laser challenge. I thought you guys had great balance there.
That is still like my favorite moment of the entire show. More than any of my personal victories, more than like any other moment, that is my favorite moment of the show, is just winning that nerd off with him after we had trained like perfectly for it. We'd mastered the combat crawling thing. That was something we'd practiced. I walked up there and I was just like, wait a second, we can clear this with a combat crawl and then like 3 jumps, and we did, and it was perfect, and it was so cool. Especially to it like do it in front of one of my like idols of Star Trek. That was amazing.
Did you analyze his walking pattern at all to determine how many steps he would need, how many inches, or did you just kind of like feel it out?
You have to do that when it was like, go just a tiny bit more. In practice, one of the things we'd also talked about was what it go a little more means versus go a lot more. So we tried to communicate and create some sort of vocabulary. What we found really early on, because we both tried to see who was going to be the better person to do the actual, going through the course, and we found very early on that I was better at communicating, and he was significantly better at actually navigating the thing. So it worked out really well, and we were able to play to both of our strengths, despite him being so tall, and then that worked out perfectly. So, because then he could do the crazy jumping, and I don't think anyone else in the house could have actually done those jumps because he was the fencer.
Yeah, he was a fencer. I didn't hear about this.
Fencer, yeah. So because especially that last jump. So on that last jump, the laser was like here, and I basically told, but then there was another one right up here. So I basically told him you have to jump as far as humanly possible, but you have to keep your body really, really low when you do it. And that's basically one of the things that fencing trains you to do is, the lunging sort of movements. Mm-hmm. So he was able to do that. I'm not sure anyone in the house could have besides him. That was a very unique situation, and when I realized that it could be cleared with jumps, and then I realized, holy crud, he's the fencer, we have this. It was so cool.
And then the other question I had on that one challenge was, because we get it through TV edit and not real time, what kind of time difference was there between Jack reaching the end and the other team still hopelessly, futilely being in the middle of the maze? Like,
we
give it time, minutes.
Challenge. We killed that challenge. They basically played the entire thing in full on TV. That's basically what you saw there was what you get. That's how it is a lot of the time, actually more than you think. But really there it was just 100% what you see is what you get. That's what happened. We cleared it so quickly that I was actually thinking in the back of my head, like, how are they even going to make this into like a segment of the show? But they basically were just able to play the entire thing because we cleared that so fast. And they were still way back there. If anything changed, it was that they were actually further towards the beginning. But I don't know. It was like we did so well on that, and I was so proud that we were able to work together because that was basically like a trust building exercise is what that was styled after. And it was so cool to finally win one of them and have it be like a teamwork based one.
So Zach, we had a lot of fun with the Hangouts last season. This season we're not. Still fun. It's still fun, but it's not. We're not getting all the contestants like we could. What do you think slipped with the NDA that pissed the producers off so bad that they gave the new contestants a stricter contract?
Oh, I don't know anything. I just know that they have a stricter contract. I know that there were some things that apparently were shared, and I don't really know the details on that or who. But I know that things just want to be stricter. Our contract initially for the show actually was a moderately standard contract. For a show like Survivor, for example, a super strict contract I've heard for some. I have a friend, actually, a family friend who's in Survivor, and I've heard that their contracts are like ridiculously super mega strict. So our contracts, I think, were relatively lenient to begin with. So it's not actually abnormal to give them a stricter contract. So I don't think it's that actually strange.
Now you talk about strict contracts. What kind of penalties are there? Is it monetary or?
Oh, that's just how all NDAs work. If you've ever signed an NDA, if you got into like a beta for a video game or anything, it's all the same stuff.
Well, I mean, I've signed NDAs before, but they were backed by federal law. So, I mean, because I work for the government.
Federal
but,
NDAs? Well, that's cool. Okay.
But
Well, yeah,
what-
when you sign an NDA with a company, it's usually just obviously it can't be backed by federal law because they're not the government. But it's all the same stuff.
So, I mean, are we talking like thousands of dollars, tens of thousands? What kind of penalty? I mean, obviously it's got to be monetary.
I know that the Survivor ones have it on there ranked at about $50 million or something stupid like that. That's just basically indentured servitude. Ours weren't quite that bad, but they're still ridiculous enough that basically it's just you can't pay that amount of money. So.
How about craft service? Can you talk about craft service?
What?
The craft service on the show. Your food.
Oh, like what food we got?
Yeah, like were you able to request certain things? Like if you wanted chicken tendies?
We were able to request stuff, which was great because one of the things I wanted every morning was like have a banana or something that had actual food in there. And then, have Oreos in the house always, have like, kinds of Sprites or sodas that we wanted, whatever. Yeah, we could always request stuff. For like the meals and stuff, usually it was done kind of by group consensus or they'd just get something.
So by group consensus, you mean like basically the production crew will be like, hey, let's eat Greek all fucking month.
There wasn't Greek. I'm so glad there was no Greek food because I'm not a big Greek food fan. But there was a lot of Asian food, and I do like a lot of Asian food. So I was happy about that.
Wait, didn't Nicole or Katie say something about how like Kayla was actually a really picky eater, or one of the cast was a really picky eater? So they had to get
I know Nicole's pretty darn picky too. Like really, really picky. We just out for the premiere party, and we went to some awesome burger place, that Unami Burger. If you're in California, definitely check that out. That was awesome. Nicole was like super picky, and she was like trying to figure out what she would actually want in there. It was funny. I think she ended up with French fries.
That's hilarious.
I do remember that Katie was super picky because she's like a vegan. So all she had was like salad or some shit like that.
Yeah, but they had all that stuff around. They made sure to have that stuff around for her. So.
How did they handle Xander going in the girls' bathroom? Are you still there for that? Forgive me, I'm drunk. My memory's failing.
So yeah, I was there for that because that was like episode whatever. Yeah, I was there for that. I didn't see that because that was on the other side of the house because there were two bathrooms. That was in the bedroom bathrooms, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I wasn't. I didn't see that.
So how was the alcohol? Could you just request anything you wanted and they just gave it to you?
Yeah, I didn't drink like anything except what you saw me drink though.
Dude, that'd be like the one reason why I would want to go there and be like selected is basically free booze for a month.
Yeah,
for a month.
A lot of people are very excited about that. It was funny because once Mary Kate was gone, the only other I think serious big drink in the house was Brian. But then he didn't really have anyone to do serious drinking with. So yeah, I just obviously as you saw, I don't hold my alcohol very well.
So how was the premiere party?
It was so cool. It was so awesome and amazing, and Goku was there. Freaking Goku. Goku's back.
Literally.
Amazing.
Literally.
Yeah.
Goku? What?
You know the voice actor for Goku, Shinam or whatever. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. That's like one of the voice actor for basically the biggest character in anime. So that was amazing. And Lucario in Super Smash Bros. So. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I want Bobby in the Hangout. Zach, get Bobby.
Get Bobby.
Dude, that would be like.
I don't know if he would ever come to a Hangout.
Really? Is he that kind of person?
I don't know. I just don't know if he'd do it. I mean, Curtis does stuff like that, but...
We could write a fanfic about him, between him and Curtis.
A fanfic about it.
You could write a fanfic about it. That would be fantastic.
That's in your book.
Amazing.
That's in his book, if you read it backwards. Now, Little Caesar is a king of the nerds.
Zach, have you drank alcohol since you left the show?
Minimally, not a lot. But yeah, I've had at least a few drinks, but I could probably count how many I've had. I've probably had under 5. I just don't drink a lot.
How drunk did the nerds get at the premiere party?
Oh, people were really drunk. It was hilarious. When you're not drunk and you're like the only sober person in the room, it can be really funny. So I actually appreciated that.
What's just happened?
We're talking about the premiere party.
Ah, I heard Zach was there for that. Zach, what was it like?
It was totally awesome. I mean, because you know, getting to see everyone in the casting room was great. Getting to see everyone involved with making the show was great. And it was really awesome. I had a blast.
Yeah.
It was also fun because as I was saying before, and then someone asked me earlier what happened, but I was staying out there with Virgil, Jack, and Kelsey as well, so that was fun.
You guys all shared a 2-bedroom or 2-bed hotel room, I heard.
It was actually a 4-bed one, but yeah.
Wow, a 4-bed room. Wow.
It was big. It's like this Airbnb thing. I don't know. I'd never heard of it, but it was the total steal. Be able to stay, so it was awesome.
Nice. Did anybody comment on the fact that really Celeste hasn't been brought in for anything other than the first episode of season 2? Like,
Yeah.
she hasn't been brought in really for parties or anything.
I know nothing about it. I just know that she's not around.
Pretty sure it has to do with those pictures. I think she's
Shut your
completely
fucking
disconnected.
mouth.
But no, she streams on Twitch all the time, and she maybe gets 10 people watching.
No, it's more than that.
Is it?
It's 10 Canadian, which is equal to like 100 Americans.
Right, because they have to all huddle around one computer. Because
Well, I heard in Canada they have 1,000 words for snow, but not a single word for friend. And I heard in Canada everybody lives in an igloo. And I heard in Canada that everybody has to ride a polar bear to their work at the ice cube factory, and they get paid in snow. And afterwards, they go down to their local Tim Hortons and they do shots of maple syrup to deal with the stress of their job.
Yeah, but maple syrup is awesome.
Confirmed, denied, Canadian. And I heard the official currency of Canada is Canadian Tire money.
No, it's
Canadian
Canada
what?
dollar.
Canada dollar? What's a Canada dollar?
Oh, that
It's
was
basically an American dollar that's worth like 85 cents instead of $1.
Ah. I'm drunk.
So Zach, have you heard anything about this fake nerd stuff?
I heard about it. I have no idea what it is.
You don't know who it is?
I heard fingers being pointed at Todd or something. Someone said that in one of the chats, and I met Todd, and he's a really awesome nerdy guy. So I have no idea.
No, from what I remember, it's Bobby, like a video.
Yeah, I
YouTube
watched
of
the
Bobby.
video at the top of your thread, but I have no idea who it's referring to because I've met everyone in the cast now. And
I think it's probably doing the casting. Like they spotted there was a few.
yeah, that's what it sounded like to me. Because he said that they were out, so obviously it's not like someone who's actually in the cast. I think it's getting taken out of context.
Zach, somebody in the thread said Zach and Jack were this century's Lennon and McCartney.
Wow. That's big.
I gotta say, together you guys were genius, but I don't think you can work together for too long, and that is a tragedy.
I think we could work together more. I really think we could.
I don't think you could. I think I think that there's too much strife. But I think that when you do work together, like on the robot control challenge where you had to jump the lasers, I think it was pure genius. And I agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, we were able to do the same thing though on like the robot dodgeball challenge when we were working together, and we're the ones who like beat the time on that because it. No offense to either of them, but it definitely wasn't Katie and Nicole who were doing well with the throwing there. So.
that's true. Wait, where is Jack? Why doesn't he join the Hangout?
I don't know.
Is it true Jack and Kelsey are an item?
I think that's relatively like semi-public by now, but I don't know if I'm supposed to comment on it.
They're public! Alright!
It's semi-obvious by now, the way that they tweeted each other.
Jack agreed to name their child after me if I name my child after him, so my firstborn is going to be Carbon Jack. I'm not going to use my last name, but you can fuck up.
Zach, who's your season 3 waifu?
I don't know.
He can't answer that. He's got a girlfriend and all that stuff.
Well, I guess of the yeah, but I mean, I guess
He's a waifu.
of the season 3 girls, the person I was getting along with the most was probably Lily.
Lily seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about season 2? If you could have gotten together with any of the girls from season 2, which one?
I think I answered that before, but probably like Kelsey.
Into blondes, are we? Nice. Tell Jack you're Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Hey, just because you're asking.
And of course, you agree that Celeste was season 1 waifu. Moving on. No, who? What about season 1 waifu? Who was season 1 waifu?
I don't know. I didn't really have one. My favorite female person on the show was Genevieve because she was of my favorite characters watching season 1. It was Genevieve, Ivan, and Virgil, who were awesome to me.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I wanted to go through so badly.
Not tonight, but any other time, I would definitely go to the VFW with you and smoke cooking cigars and cigarettes and play pool when I gotta pass out.
All right, word up.
At least within some time. I don't know. I got too much. But,
You know, there is something I want to deplore about every seasons is that there are no
Tomorrow night.
ginger/redhead waifus, and that triggers me because they are the best. So,
Hey, Kayla's Hangout's over! Woo!
so yeah, shout out to the production team. If you ever if they watch the video, redheads.
Redheads, bring it in. Shaw watches
sake.
King of Hell. How do you know I watch King of Hell?
That guy.
So
why
Kayla's-
it sounds so dark.
Because you're American, duh.
Kayla's stream is over. This stream is taken over.
Yep. Back in the mainstream.
Thomas had his dad on the stream. So Zach, tell us about what's going on with you right now. You're working towards your English master, PhD.
Well, I mean, eventually. Right now, I'm just working on the BA, which will happen, I guess, next semester. But yeah, because you can't do anything with an English BA, so you have to get more education.
Yeah.
Unless the writing career just totally takes off. If this book becomes a bestseller, then I don't have to do anything.
Well, what's the old 4chan joke? If you're an English major, at least you write a really good suicide note.
Wow.
Disturbing and true. Disturbing and true.
Hey,
What do you do
Nicole's
with English?
back.
You teach English?
Hi.
English
Whoa,
master?
whoa.
Nicole, show us
People
your
still
scar.
joining.
Nicole, show us your scar.
No.
Jack, I love you.
Yeah, so
If I want to hang out. Wait, Jack? Holy fucking shit!
I know!
Woo!
What?
Fucking
We have a Jack in here. Hi, Jack.
yo, long time no see, guys.
Blue.
Jack!
Jack, it's on blue.
You guys can you hear me or?
Yes, Jack, we can hear you!
Yeah, we can
Cool.
hear you.
Yeah.
Somebody update the thread. We got Jack.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, I was just passing by. I heard you guys were talking about me.
We were. Jack, who accepted you to med school? Tell us all the details. What'd you get in your MCAT?
Hi, Jack.
What? Yo, long time no see, guys.
Blue.
Yes,
God.
What did you get on your MCAT? And what med school did you get into?
I'm in the University of Illinois I'm at the University of Illinois, Chicago, for med school.
That's
Uh,
impressive. That's impressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just one thing, if you have the YouTube video open, you might want to close it because we can hear double.
Oh, I did have the.
Jack, who accepted you to med school? Tell us all the details.
There it is. See?
Get it together, Jack.
Yo.
Jack is spilling verbal YouTube spaghetti right now. There you go, Jack.
Oh, this is fucking
Caller,
weird.
turn down your radio.
What med school did you get into?
I'm in.
Jack, Jack, you have to mute the YouTube stream.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, so I'm at the University of Illinois Chicago, or technically at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign.
Right.
Yeah, because they're all part of the same like conglomerate of medical schools, because they're all like a part of the University of Illinois system. So yeah.
What'd you get in your MCAT?
33 or yeah, something like that.
That's it?
Yeah, it's not like I wasn't amazing, you know. I like took the test like 2 weeks. Like I studied for 2 weeks on the MCAT or something like that. I didn't really know I was gonna do medical school, so yeah.
I'm impressed. Congratulations.
Yeah. So are you taking the MCAT then, or is that why you're asking? Or
Yeah, I'm taking the MCAT next year.
oh, have fun.
Or this year. Wait, yeah, this year.
Have fun with it then.
Oh yeah, psychology's on the test? Like, thanks.
Okay, cool.
It'll be fun.
All right, Jack. Zach already spilled the beans. How was sex with Virgil?
Oh, so
Trying to play the recording, I took
tell me about your. So did you show them the clip about all the fun stuff?
Oh yeah, Zach played it.
Oh wow.
I gotta say, your Asian girl impression was dead on. 9-10 would have woken up for.
Please, Virgil, I must have It's awesome.
Oh my god.
That is so great. So, Jack,
I
did you...
think Nelson's excited. You're welcome,
You guys are gonna. Which one of you guys is gonna sleep with me because of that voice? You know. Who's gonna sleep?
Hangout Nerds 4. Whoever sleeps with Jack first wins.
This guy right here.
And
Jack-
doesn't kill them
Jack's
in the
might pretend to
process,
be waifu.
serial killer. You're not allowed to kill him.
I know, right? Hey, Jack, so who's the Jack of Season 3?
Who's the Jack of
And
Sea?
explain why it's Caitlin.
Actually, so Nicole, you're guessing Caitlin?
Well, you guys have the same facial expressions. I told this to Brian, and he couldn't stop laughing because it's true. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Oh, you mean like the gore face?
They do have the same face. It's scary.
I mean that.
Yeah, so probably either Caitlin or probably or Colby, I think maybe, or yeah, but I don't think anybody else is really that close to me, or maybe
Why?
Jonathan, I guess.
Why didn't you and Colby have a trivia off at the premiere? Like, this needs to happen.
That would have been awesome.
Because there was like that Colby would squares, but there was just way too much drinking and yelling that time.
True.
So, yeah.
So sad, Curtis.
And yeah, so I didn't really participate in that.
Wait,
I
why
mean, I
can't
don't-
MK join our Hangout?
She's having problems with her phone.
So,
I
yeah.
mean, I don't mean to be that guy, but MK can't join, can't figure it out, she's a girl. Jack's having problems, Asian biotechnology. But we're...
Jack's fucking in the chat, though.
Shaw, stop it. Shaw, this is the reason they have stricter contracts. You're bullying. This is a no bully zone.
This is a no bully zone, guys. Come on, let's be serious.
No bully, please.
I love you guys.
I know, right? Wait, Jack, where's Kelsey? Zach told me that you and Kelsey and Jack were planning a hangout.
Yeah.
She's what?
Kelsey's asleep right now. He's asleep.
Pan down. Let us see her. Pan down your camera.
Wait, no, she's
Don't
not
do it.
with
Don't
me
fucking
right
do it.
now.
Don't do it.
Right now, we're not like yeah. We don't live together, but yeah, she just went home. But we watched the show together. So we watched together and all that stuff and had dinner and yeah. It was fun.
Who is the Kelsey of season 3?
I don't know. Probably Rochelle, just because Kelsey and Rochelle seem to like each other a lot.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. But yeah, no, so, yeah, I think, yeah, Kelsey was actually interested in joining the, so we were having, like, we were going to invite one of the 4chan people to watch the show with us, but he decided to spaz out and not join in today because he's like.
Wait, was that the same guy that ate pizza with you?
Yeah, I know.
What?
I remember that story from last season. You said there was some 4chaner that like asked to eat pizza because he lived locally.
I wanted to introduce Kelsey to him, so but like, apparently Kelsey was interested in meeting him for some random 4chan talk.
He probably jizzed his pants and died.
Kelsey, fucking based Kelsey.
Are you guys ready to hear some fanfic? Jack had just finished explaining to Nicole why Kale would make an inferior king of the nerds when he grew weary and retired to the yellow team's quarters, knowing he would need rest for the upcoming Nerdinator. He expected to find solitude, but instead he noticed a familiar face. Konbanwan, Jack, son. Kelsey crooned as she twirled her foot around the floor. Jack was suddenly overcome with desire. He wanted to merge with Kelsey to form something greater than either of them. Like two successive terms combined in a Fibonacci sequence. His chances of betting Kelsey approached 1, or, in layman's terms, 100%. Jack pulled Kelsey close. He whispered sweet Chinese nothings into Kelsey's ears as he pulled her anime jacket off and firmly grasped her Georgia peaches. Oh my goodness! Kelsey blushed. Her skin was beautiful, lily white and smooth as Jack's scalp when he assumed the persona of the monk, Sacre Manger. Her hips began to sway on her own, and Jack prepared to fire at her, much like he did at Zach's Angry Nerds. Konnichiwa!
No, it's Kimochi. Oh my.
Kimochi!
Fuck it.
Konnichiwa.
It's Kimochi.
Yeah.
Jack is calling your waifu while you watch the show alone.
What'd you say?
Jack is cuddling your waifu as you watch the show alone.
So wait, are you asking me a question? I didn't get it.
No. We were making a statement. Bro.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought you were asking a question or something.
You're echoing so weird, Jack. It's doing the robot thing.
Yeah,
oh, really?
Kind of laggy.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
It's like auto-tuning your voice.
I am?
Okay, so...
Right now, you could sing like...
Sound like Ashley Simpson now, or...
Okay, Mary-Kate says in the chat, hashtag real talk. Jack, do you have a boner right now?
No, I do not.
Not from that erotic story?
My husband's phone call. I should go take this replay.
None of these guys are... I mean, like...
Whoops.
You guys are like...
What the hell's happening?
Yeah, his connection is...
Jack, you're lagging way too hard. We can't understand shit. That is pretty funny.
Non-functioning broadband.
Holy fuck, someone's roboting out. Who's robot twerking?
I think that's Jack.
That guy, check the chat over here, buddy.
Yep, I see it. Okay. I gotta do that, then I gotta do that. It's fucking... It's Google, man. Their interface makes no sense. Here we go. We go there.
I mean, it kind of worked. Like I'd be on the elevator at my college, and like I would get a video invite from you guys, and be like, click, and be going over. So I think that's the way to get her in.
Yeah, I'm trying to find how. Okay, there's that. There's.
If you have her on Google Plus, you can invite her.
You should have her on Google Plus. We've had like a bajillion calls with them.
Yeah, I have one. I can invite one. I can create a group hangout with Mary Kay.
Apparently,
So wait, Jack, who are you pulling for to win this season of King of the Nerds?
Why is it Ray the Bay?
Oh, okay. So who am I pulling for, or who am I, or who do I think is gonna win? I guess is the
Answer both of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually so I believe that I said I made a Reddit post about it, but like I have Caitlyn winning is what I believe is who I believe is gonna win, but the guy I'm trying to pull for was Thomas, but unfortunately he got axed today. So it's like either at this moment, like, I'd be pulling for either Todd or Colby, but Caitlin would also be an acceptable winner as well, in my opinion. So either one of those three people.
Pretty cool.
Wait, what happened in the episode? So Thomas went home. See, I didn't get to watch it. I was at work.
Wait, seriously? Okay, well, spoilers. Thomas did not go home and he's about to win, so I'll bet you, you know. Thomas, he got sent home today, and I think it was on a riddle nerd off against Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Yep.
Yeah.
A riddle nerd off?
I think
What?
Caitlin.
It's actually kind of interesting.
I think it's Caitlin.
Did they blow the budget by episode 2? It's just gonna be trivia.
No, because we're not at the episode with the giant, never-ending story Mechanotron beast.
What are you
That's
talking
the one where they blow. Didn't you see the previews?
No, they blow the budget when they pull out the trivia board, because they've done it 2 seasons. We don't have any money left, so we're gonna do trivia from a board.
Let me know when you guys are ready for me to read more fanfics.
Didn't that trivia game take like 6 hours or something ridiculous?
Which one?
The last episode. So like,
how long did it
I think the tally of the results was I remember that, like,
Oh, that took fucking forever.
And he's gone.
determining who won. Actual trivia contest itself was only an hour. Yeah, but like filming it was a lot longer than an hour.
who is that? What?
Zach took a deep breath. It had all been an emotional day. He still couldn't get it out over the high of winning the Nerd War Challenge. After so many nerd outs, Zach should have used this type of exhilaration. Should have been used to this type of exhilaration. But this was different. There was something oddly pleasant about the teamwork between him and Jack. It felt special, different. Zach liked different. It was probably why he liked Jack. Currently, Jack and Zach were alone in the living room. The others, that damn purple team, were in the dining room, eating and probably gossiping about today's victors. Fucking cretins, Zach thought. Zach turned to look at Jack, who was absent-mindedly turning a Rubik's Cube. His mouth was open just a few inches. A sign of deep concentration, a sigh of deep frustration, maybe. Zach couldn't help but wonder what that mouth would feel like against his own. It was hot in that living room. Zach could feel the precipitation building up on his forehead, and he swallowed hard, nervous. Jack looked up, caught Zach mid-stare. Their eyes locked. It was hot in that living room. Zach hesitated and scanned the living room. The others were busy at dinner. It was just the two of them alone. Zach decided to make his move. We worked well together, Zach said with a smirk. We were a good team. Jack felt the couch dip under Zach's weight. He sat next to him, leaving a little space between the two of them. Jack scooted just a few inches away. It was mostly reactionary. Zach waited as Jack's mouth trembled in an attempt to start eye conversation. But he said nothing. All Jack could think about was how much he wanted to press himself against Jack. Feel his body underneath his own. That's where it ends. Sorry, guys.
No. It's got to reply to it.
We did really well, Jack finally said. His words sounded mumbled as he tried not to think about how close Zach was sitting next to him. He tried not to think about the heat coming from Zach's body or the sudden hand that was placed against his thigh. Don't you, Zach said sternly, and I'm going to have you. Aggressively, Zach pushed himself against Jack, smashing their lips together. That fucking garbage ending. Garbage. Anyways, continue.
We need to continue it then.
I'm just reading what the Anon.
Look at Zach's face. He's ready for the ending. He's like, "Where's the climax? I need the climax."
Zach's like analyzing it. Jack's just like,
Oh no, I'm reading through your comments right now for 4chan.
I'm also trying to find the other thing that I wrote, because I wrote a version of that the Marine meme but done for me. But I wrote a version I would actually be willing to read. I'm trying to find that one.
Oh yes, do you even know how fucking gravity works?
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of
wow.
which,
Very
Virgil said nobody knows how gravity works. Was that just a reactionary push, or? And here's the other question: follow-up. Since it's very science-based, physics-based, why are you getting the English degree?
No one knows how to unify it with the other theories. It's the same thing that we have no way to unify black holes with mathematics, but we still know how they work.
You're talking about strong, weak gravity and the electromagnetic force? Because I watched that PBS series, buddy.
Einstein has Einstein was instrumental in determining the theory of gravity. However, other scientists have found that theories of gravity are inconsistent with the other forces of their main forces, like the two electromagnetic, the electromagnetic magnetic force and the strong and weak nuclear force. So, which makes it a very big problem because of physicists ideally want to see if gravity is unified with the other forces, or is there unification with the other forces, but we don't know for sure. So it's hard to say whether or not so explaining gravity in relation in a purely physical concept is very difficult and impossible at this moment. So unless if you can explain gravity, much less in if you can explain gravity in 50 years, that would be pretty cool. But at this moment I don't see
it works. We don't know how it works with the other theories. With the other unified force, you can't unify it with the other forces. That's the problem.
We can model gravity as
But I mean, all I'm saying is that if we know that there is a fabric to reality, which we know because there's a universal speed of light. If there was not a fabric to reality, there would not be a universal speed of light. Light would just be able to travel instantaneously.
Is anybody else turned on by this inter-team dynamic?
That's why I'm making it butterfly wings.
Just accept that as a given, then we know that if something exists within space, it has to have a pole. Because that's just how everything else works. If it takes up space, it has a pull. So we know how it works. We can't unify it with other theories, but
do we know how magnets work?
Shut up.
Fucking clue.
That's irrelevant.
Those baffle me. They're magic to me still. You can make stuff levitate if you do it right. They're so cool.
Yeah, magnets are pretty cool. So.
Jack, we haven't really seen you on most Hangouts. I want to ask you a few questions. What was the most fun that you had? The most fun day, I mean, filming season 2.
Filming season 2. I like the last day. Well, not the day before, the last day. So I think it was the morning was doing the trivia contest, and then after that, all the nerds came back, and it was we had a blast. So that was really fun. And then that was so the day after that, we actually filmed the Nerd Eliminator or something like that. I also liked the day when Zach and I went through the laser maze, and that was a pretty fun day too. But I also liked the day. I also loved the days off we had. So how the filming works in our show is that we get 6 days of filming and then 1 day off, and those days off we get to do whatever our handlers let us do. So I think we the first time we went to the mall or something like that. The second time we went to oh god, where did we go? We went ice skate.
You went to the ice rink because fuck you guys.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I could actually and
kick out the figure skater the day before you guys.
The third time we went to the science center or something like that. I really wanted to go to Disneyland the third time, but they wouldn't let me. So I still haven't been to Disneyland yet, so I have to look forward to that. But,
now, you mentioned the laser challenge. We already talked to Zach a little earlier about that, but you guys had phenomenal teamwork, and we heard from Zach how it worked out, but we'd like to hear how it worked out for you guys, knowing, on your end at least, how much to jump, how much to move, where to go, because you guys blew the other team out of the water.
Yeah, so what I guess the biggest thing is that we didn't actually rehearse jumping or something like that because we had no idea where the lasers would be positioned. So this was something Zach told me that it would be a pretty cool idea to try. I mean I was little skeptical at first, like, because jumping, there's an inherent risk of jumping, you know, but I guess, like, so Zach was able to see where the lasers were, and because he saw that, like, that I could squeeze through a few of the holes, he told me to jump and told me where to jump, and there were some pretty big jumps. So like I actually had to jump far enough to get there. So so it was definitely a test of both, like whether Zach would be able to lead me through the jumps and whether or not I could make the jumps physically. And it all worked out at the end. Like I think the other team, like they were doing it like. The Titans of Rigel were doing it the way that we were originally planning to do it, just like crawl through the maze and like go low. But like I think that one of the weaknesses of that, what they did is they failed to adapt their strategy after seeing the actual maze itself. So so what ended up happening with Brian is that like he got stuck in this like there's a few points in the maze where there's a couple where there's multiple lasers side by side with each other. So I think Brian got stuck within one of those little like high density lasers, and then just like it was just really hard to get out because he was planted in position, you know. So anytime he moved his foot, it would like probably trigger a laser. So yeah. Those are places you do not want to be in the laser maze. So like Zach got me to jump out of those. So yeah.
Follow-up question: the last day, the final nerd eliminator. Zach mentioned that Kayla was quick to use outside help while you were not. Were you more worried about saving that outside help, or were you more confident in your own abilities to pass challenges in the nerd eliminator?
Well, I just wanted to see exactly which ones I would need outside help with. I felt like I knew how to do all the challenges ahead of it. Like the more challenges I could do myself. For example, like if I needed outside help and it turns out I could have done the challenge by myself, then I kind of wasted somebody else's lifeline, right? So I would rather try to get the challenges done myself, so then I wouldn't waste any lifelines. That's all.
Hey, fat guy, post a link to join the chat in the chat. I might be getting some Season 3 nerds over here.
Cool. No, Jack, what I thought was so awesome that you were able to do in the laser maze is that not only were the jumps big, but for a couple of them you had to keep yourself really low because there was a laser right above you.
Oh yeah.
I was like, okay, jump as far as you can, but keep yourself low. And it's like.
No, we also had to do like the combat army style crawl through a lot.
That was awesome. No, it was so awesome. That's my favorite moment of the entire show. Was just spinning that with you. It was so cool.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. But no, like there was another part of the maze where we had a combat crawl through a third of it, and that was real. Now you really need to keep yourself low for that one. And I was surprised I could do that. Actually, the one time, I think we did miss one laser. I think we triggered one laser, but like that was because like I kept my butt up when I was.
Yes.
Yeah, like Zach and I were joking.
One of the things I said in one of my interviews
like talking about like. So we were. This is like the one thing we practiced so much is keep the butt down.
Your stupid butt down. I said in the interview, I was like, Jack, keep your butt down, and they.
Was it face down acid?
You didn't use that.
I know. My badonkadonk takes it over, man. It takes over the show.
It was so awesome.
Are we going badonkadonk? Because I've got the pants for it. I mean, this is the kind of pants you need.
Have Zach or Jack ever talked about that reward that they couldn't actually talk about on the show? It was the movie studio or something. It was the special effects company. Can you talk about it yet, or are you still under NDA even though it's aired?
Yeah, Zach, can we talk about it? I don't know.
The year's up, I think? Or do you have to wait for episode 6?
Uh-oh.
Dubstep Zach's back.
See a lot. Like I think we got to see a lot of like things in the.
I mean, I think the one thing that I've mentioned that I think is probably okay to say is that it's basically like there was a ton of Iron Man stuff in there, and that was really cool. Because obviously they're the people who did Iron Man, so that was pretty cool to see that. Obviously, we can't talk about some of the crazy things we saw because they obviously do some, really, really, really huge movies. But no, it was awesome.
I miss Brandon. Where's Brandon?
Same base, Brandon.
Nicole, text him. Or just give me his number, I'll text him. And text Bobby, too. I want Bobby in the Hangout.
Good luck getting Bobby.
Does
oh,
he?
Shit. I don't have his number.
That would be awesome.
Oh, no!
Fuck. That's one of the few numbers I don't have.
And he deleted his OkCupid, so I can't message him anymore.
Bobby or Virgil?
What's his name? Brandon. He used to have an OkCupid, and that's how I got him on the chat like 2 times. I would just message him on OkCupid.
Ooh.
I'd be like, hey there, sexy beast, join this Hangout.
You should get Brandon and Virgil.
I believe Brandon did have an OkCupid that ended up getting spammed and linked.
It did get spammed because I accidentally posted it on Twitter.
I
And
saw
then-
it.
Like, I accidentally posted it and then deleted it like 5 seconds later, but it was too late. People saw it. And then, yeah, shit went down.
Well, Curtis is currently on Twitter. I tweeted him. We'll see if he tweets me back.
Be fun.
He tweeted me back, to be fair. I sent him the video of him naked and being censored with Little Caesars boxes. I sent him a tweet that was like, the lack of Little Caesars in the premiere was disheartening. And he was like, stay tuned! Did they have Little Caesars
But
this
there was a
episode?
commercial. There was a Little Caesars commercial.
I don't have cable. I watch it through stream.
There was
What
a
commercials?
commercial.
Sponsor of the season? Like, I don't know.
There was the clearly buy costumes ref, and then the Little Caesars commercial. Yeah.
Because I would be so sad if they, if season 3 did not get to do Little Caesars
Stay
commercial.
fucking hot and ready, bitches.
Lost Radio Shack, didn't they? Because there's no
Yeah,
radio.
they lost Radio
There's no
Shack.
Radio Shack.
I mean, but the thing is that Little Caesars is definitely what makes King of the Nerds. I mean, like, it is so amazing. Like, I think it's just a cool thing. In my opinion, of course. Most people disagree with me, but I love Little Caesars. And, yeah.
They're hot and ready at all times.
Exactly.
Speaking of hot and ready, who's ready to get hot with this newest fanfic? Zach was furious
There's
that
no
Ray's
Caesar
touch
in
tackle
God,
lost the
there's no-
nerd war. Girls can't even be monks! He shouted before going to get a banana, or perhaps a cookie.
That one's
As he
so
moved to grab the yellow fruit,
with the word.
Mary Kate had eyes on a banana of her own.
This
She
religion.
knew she had to call him Zach if she wanted the team to come together after the failure of the nerd war. Putting down her bottle of tequila, she positioned her hands to unfasten one of Zach's many belts, otherwise known as kitty pockets, which looked really, really cool. I'll show you one thing girls can do, Zach, Mary Kate whispered as she pulled Zach's pants down to his penny loafers. As she removed Zach's underwear. Nirvana's third Frostmourne was revealed in all of its glory. Mary Kate had never felt such desire since the day she laid eyes on what would be her first soldering iron at Radio Shack. Zach felt a deep sense of satisfaction as all 146 millimeters of his throbbing member entered Mary Kate's welcoming mouth. Almost as much satisfaction as when he proved himself a genius by beating Pokemon YouTube celebrity in Xenoanatomy. She tried to imagine that she was deep-throating cock of Goblin King, but Zach's hunched back and cratered face only made it possible for her to imagine she was fellatiating a goblin peon while she still had her eyes open. She closed her eyes, but as soon as she did, Zach snapped her fingers in her face. Do you even know how to make a man come? Do it! Do it in 3 seconds! Mary rolled her tongue up and down Zach's battle hammer as quickly as she could, but ultimately failed to make Zach come in anything less than 5 seconds. You can't even make a man come in 3 seconds! Zach screeched. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life! He crackled, and before his sexual exhaustion sent him into a deep nap. Yay, nap! I apologize.
There we go. Send an invite again.
Wait, who did you send an invite to?
Trying to get MK in here.
She keeps, my phone keeps vibrating. She's inviting me via the Google app. I think that's how you get her on.
That's basically, yeah, everybody in the Hangout, your phone is an Android, you're probably getting spam right now.
Let me
Sorry about that.
MK and Zach are going at it in the chat. Please
I'm saying
intervene.
going at it. If I misunderstood something she was saying that says we've proven the existence of the graviton, which we have not, then I apologized to her already. So I don't think we're going at it. I think everything's resolved from my perspective. If you want to share some cool science podcasts, though, I love cool science podcasts stuff.
I
This
think
is why-
if they figure out gravity, they should name the particle the Zachatron.
I think there's going to be a particle.
Okay, whichever one of you made the naked Curtis with the hot and ready thing.
Yeah, that was from the video that I was talking about. I tweeted it towards him already.
Oh. Still, thank you for the screen cap, because yes. So it should just be the slice of pizza, and like Bobby holding a box of pizza.
Zach, have you passed step 1 yet?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
I'm
Jack.
a PhD student, so I don't actually start M2 until like 2 years from now. I'm a fourth year right now in grad school, so I have one more year of grad school left, and then M2, then M3, then M4. So I have not taken step 1 yet. I am very worried about step 1. Yes. So I'm trying to graduate from grad school as fast as possible, so I have enough time to study for it. But yeah, the step 1 is insane. Like it is MCAT times like a million.
I'm receiving word from my contact that MD PhDs are garbage and quote garbage. I have nothing for that.
Wow, MD PhDs are garbage. Who does any is there a name attached to any of those sources?
Yes. Me.
Wow. Why are MD PhDs garbage then?
Because you caught me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Good job.
I mean, think of it this way: like somebody pays for my medical school and gives me a salary to do medical school, whereas most people have to spend $40,000 to $80,000 a year just to go.
You're messing up again.
Just for the privilege. Like if you have baller research skills, there's all kinds of residents as people who have better scores or something like that. So yeah, there's a lot of advantage, and also, for example, it is also possible that the medical bubble could burst, and then the salaries of doctors will no longer be in the $200,000 and $300,000 range. And then what will you do? Like you have a lot of debt to pay off in medical school, but you don't have a means to pay it off. So for me, if I were an MD PhD, I would end up becoming like a biomedical engineer, as that's my PhD. My PhD is in biomedical engineering. So I would just go into that and then make a living from that, or become some kind of academic faculty. But I just feel that like if you're just a straight MD, like it is possible. It's very unlikely that if the medical bubble bursts, like what ends up happening, Just a few things to think about, right?
Mm-hmm. Follow-up question to Nicole and MK who are in chat. A brazen statement was made in this episode that a certain someone would rather go down on a girl than go down on a boy. Let's pull the ladies. Boy or girl? Which one would you rather go down on? This is the worst question I've ever asked. Nicole?
It really depends on between which one. Like specific people, it could differ.
Highly variable. What about Zach and Jack? How they were talking about their Keynesian scales. Have you guys evaluated yourself on the Keynesian scale? Or the Kinsey scale? Sorry.
I'm 100-0, but I'm capable of understanding why certain guys are attracted even if I don't find them attractive.
All right. What about you, Jack?
I'm 100-0.
I am also 100-0.
Yeah, I'm not cool enough to be. I'm not cool enough to have like a variable amount there.
What the fuck again? Okay, hold on.
All the season 3 nerds are ignoring me. I need to be depressed and kill myself and all that.
We all need to
Do
kill
that.
ourselves.
Suicide is never the answer.
Unless it is the answer.
Sometime.
Where's my magazine?
It fucking piss everybody off in season 3. That's big.
We triggered MK.
So,
Yeah,
hey, how about this for all the season 2 contestants, Zach, Jack, and Nicole? Did any of you, while on the show or since or while watching season 1, come up with an idea for a nerd war that was never implemented?
Mastermind. Based off of a little, like, I don't know, tabletop game, Mastermind. Or, like, where you try to crack the code. That's one I always wanted to see.
I always wanted.
Like in Fallout.
Wait, what?
Never mind. Anyways, Jack.
I was really interested in like doing a Fire Emblem style, live action Fire Emblem, like where you would actually have to create a character and based off the stats that you make on the character, you would fight opponents and then you can only move in like a grid or something like that. So like that, it would be a really cool strategy game.
Final Fantasy Tactics. The nerd edition.
And Zach, what about you? You come up with any good games for Nerd Off or Nerd Challenge?
The one that I always wanted that I thought would be really cool, I'd probably like suck at it, but I think like some sort of like crazy. I mean, we have the technology enough to be able to do it on some level, not like full on holodeck, but with various Google Glass-esque technologies, if you could do some sort of like crazy AR, augmented reality, like fantasy-styled battle. I think with a little bit of programming we could do it. There's several apps already you can download that are pretty darn close, but I think it would be awesome. Like a sword fighting, but also like have some sort of magic attack or something. We could figure it out. Maybe we'll need another couple of years for the Oculus Rift to make that happen, though.
Zach, have you seen the Microsoft Holo that they showed off a week or two ago?
I actually don't know if I did see that new one. Is this just another new Oculus Rift styled system, like the Sony one and all that?
Yeah, what they said is it's like a hologram. You wear it on your eyes, and it will actually place it in 3D in front of you.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, there's all these headsets coming out, and I want all of them. I have money set aside waiting to buy the Oculus Rift and whatever else I need. But if Microsoft is doing it, that's really exciting because obviously they have patents on like the Microsoft Kinect technology, which people have already tried to combine with the other headsets to make basically holodecks. So that's really exciting that they're getting into the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, the Microsoft hologram headset is basically what they're doing. Is like you use Kinect and the headset to like simulate hologram that you can modify.
Wow.
But nothing that you can, like, only people
like
with the headset will be able to see.
Okay, so like the Iron Man interactive hologram, though.
Nothing like that just yet.
Oh, okay. Because I know
Unless, if you don't have the headset, basically, you won't see anything. You just see somebody, like, move his arms in the air.
Yeah. I think that sounds pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
Hey, somebody go tweet, or Shaw, you can do it. Tweet Kayla the Hangout.
Yeah. All right,
Kayla.
I'm tweeting her right now. Let's see if she responds. At Kayla. Why the fuck is my at? Fucking bullshit.
I'm upset that Katie said she would join the Hangout and then she fucking doesn't
Katie
even
or
show
MK?
up. Katie said she was gonna join last week and try and wrangle some season 3 nerds. I think she lied to us just so we wouldn't be mad at her.
Yeah, I sent an email to like get some season 3 people, but I'm not getting any answers back.
I sent some Twitter tweets and got nothing.
Yeah, they're doing the Western Coast episode.
I tweeted Kayla, aka about nothing. Apparently, I insulted her last season. I don't remember that, but it sounds like something else.
You were super drunk when you insulted her, but I think everyone.
Wait, weren't you the one that like compared her to that kid from?
No, someone in the thread compared her from the kid Fred Durst, but Shaw was the one that made reference to it. See how he laughs.
The only thing I remember about me being super drunk is me lighting a Zippo lighter on Brandon's birthday and having him blow it out via the internet. Usually when I get so drunk, I just black it out. But no, I tweeted her. We'll see if it gets back.
I think everyone was super drunk that night. Even like Curtis was really drunk when we got him in the Hangout. He seemed that way.
That's the night I was like, excuse me, and I walked away and I puked and everybody heard it, right? Good times. Zach, if you're monitoring the 4chan thread, there's a Google link people want you.
Oh, I just saw that now. Wow. Oh, cool.
Also, to the person in chat that also watches Battle Lover, hi, internet high five. For watching complete cringe. That terrible show.
Yes.
Watching.
What do you think of Heather's saying that the Blue Girl is a good hentai?
It's not bad. It's definitely a good one to get in, like, especially if you want to do like the weird hentai shit.
Favorite hentai, go around, starting with Zach. Go. Zach, what's your favorite hentai?
What are we actually talking about? I'm still watching the amazing hologram thing.
Zach, your favorite hentai?
Oh, I've already said I don't make comments about things that are sexual in nature.
Garbage tier. Jack, your favorite hentai, go.
My favorite hentai? That's a hard one. Actually, I'm a big fan of Midnight Sleazy Train.
Nicole?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Ooh, let's see. I know the most recent one I saw was Beat Angel Escalator, but I would say it's one of my favorites.
Am I the only one who read Slut Girl?
Yeah, probably.
That is old. Holy shit.
I was like 13 when I found it. Like, was that just me?
20 years ago when you were 13.
I'm fucking old, dude.
Yeah. Oh my god.
So everyone's willing to give theirs except for Zach. Zach, does that weigh on you any? Do you want to revisit your answer?
No, I just try to avoid things that are sexual in nature overtly. I mean, the fanfics are funny. Things overtly sexual in nature just because, you know, I just try to have those things on my record.
No,
wait, no, hold
I
on.
love all you guys. Like, seriously, I love you guys. I'm glad that you guys are such fans of me and of the show in general. But, yeah.
No, the best one is the one where there's 3 girls torturing a guy, and they suddenly snap his dick off. Then again, attach it to basically anyone and anything.
What?
What?
Yep. That's the best. That is the best.
Zach, have you considered visual novels?
Visual novels as in visual novels, or visual novels as in hentai visual novels?
Well, the censored one on Steam.
What? Okay. I legitimately right now don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, visual novels is basically
No, I know what a visual novel is.
There's a great one called Bible Black. I think you should check that one out.
So, from the season 1 crowd, we had Brandon write the hot and ready fanfic. Go around the horn, starting with Jack. Favorite fanfic, and are you going to write one anonymously?
I've already written one with Brian, actually. And Curtis has actually read it out loud.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so other I like the Curtis and Little Caesars one. That you can't possibly, there's no way. So yeah, but yes, I did write a fanfic that Curtis has read out loud, but I don't know if anyone has the link to it or whatever, so yeah.
Someone needs to write fanfic of Bobby and the Pickle.
Oh god.
Bobby and the Pickle and Ori, because the Pickle King.
That would be actually pretty funny.
Nicole, favorite fanfic?
Yeah, it has to be the Curtis Little Caesars, read in the voice of Curtis Armstrong. Yeah.
Any plans to write your own?
No,
Or have you written one?
I have not written one, and I'm glad that pretty much for every fanfic I've seen thus far, I'm usually like a supporting or like side character. That's good.
Right, and prior to getting the I don't want to talk about it answer, I'll ask you anyways. Zach, favorite fanfic, and do you want to write one?
No, I can answer that one. I've gone on the record before saying that I'm amused that these things exist. Most of them haven't been that overtly sexual anyway. My favorite one is either probably the one that was me and Virgil, because I just thought that was hilarious that someone actually wrote that. And then also there was just one about a non-sexual one where it's like I won King of the Nerds, and then it just goes back to Kelsey just working on the stupid chemistry table, and she finally gets it done, and then it's like, it is done, yata, and then it plays the song at the end of Breakfast Club.
All right,
It was hilarious.
forgive me for this next question. I don't think I should ask it, but there's no other questions really being asked. You guys were pretty much on camera for most of the time, except for intimate times in the bathroom. Somebody in the thread asked about masturbation at Nerdvana. Were you able to accomplish it? How often?
I did not.
Dude, you're sleeping
actually
with a bunch of people, man. You can't do that. At least I'm pretty sure it's not like practical.
Not even under the covers?
I didn't do it. You know?
No, because we heard Brandon comment that there's a reason you see him holding the pillow a lot.
Yeah, he said that.
Because it's fucking based Brandon. That's why.
Brandon is ridiculous.
He probably only held the pillow there because they told him to hold the pillow. Told him to hold the
He held
pillow.
the pillow there because he was holding back the Incredible Hulk. Zach, did you beat your meat at Nerdvana? Yes, no?
Again, I'm not answering these questions.
That's a yes. That's a tacit yes. Guys, you heard it here first. Zach beat his meat because he refused to deny it. Nicole, did you have to flick the bean?
I did not. Well, I mean, everyone has to on occasion, but yeah.
Shaw, you need to stop the bullying. You need to keep the bullying to a minimum. This is a no bullying zone.
I apologize. That last question was crude. I will hand it off to SK or Fat Guy.
Let's
Oh,
switch
yeah,
it up
'cause
a
that's
bit.
gonna- that's
Okay,
gonna-
since this is kind of 4chan, okay, which is your favorite JoJo and your favorite stance?
What's a JoJo?
I expected that one.
Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure JoJo?
Yep, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Ooh. I'd go probably Joseph.
Joseph.
I'm looking it up now and see if I'm actually familiar with these characters or if I'm just horribly out of loop right now.
Kayla refuses to join our hangout. Ah!
Oh, they're like tweeting the West Coast feed.
She doesn't refuse, but when I tweeted her, she says she was tweeting with the West Coast. But, I mean, to be honest, you already know what's going on. You can do both at one time.
She's also legitimately uncomfortable with some of the things we were talking about there, as opposed to just not wanting to answer them. So.
Fair enough, I guess. I am a blunt instrument.
You're a drunk.
Drunk blunt instrument.
I could go on about that shot.
Does anybody else have Jack's camera just opened at all times, watching his eyebrow expressions? You can tell when things shock him or not because they move.
I like Jack. I love how you're just kind of like sitting like this.
He's like, huh? And you could really see the emotion in his eyes.
Oh no, I'm in bed right now. I'm just actually I'm about to go to sleep in a few minutes. So yeah.
You're about to go sleep with someone in a few minutes?
I'm about to go to sleep in a few minutes.
Twice for me, buddy. Twice for me.
Swear to God, if
Yeah,
Jack shows up again,
so,
I'm gonna
yeah.
Bobbing again. Bobbing again.
Because I got a couple minutes. What?
Jack, you're one of my favorite people to ever grace the Hangouts. Thank you for being such a good sport if you are leaving.
Alright, cool. Yeah, then I'll see you then, okay? Bye, guys.
Alright, see you, Jack.
Make sure you stop by next week.
Bye.
Like you were saying.
So, I've got nothing to say.
Okay, yeah, I got one. Zach and Nicole, would you join the Lesbian Cunt Alliance?
Really? Really? This is a no bully zone.
It's not them we're bullying. It's fine.
Yeah.
Jesus, you know anything about bullying? Jesus.
Well, if we edit that
I love
question,
those girls, though.
offensive. I think this alliance thing is actually really bizarre. Because what kind of happened is they didn't pick teams this season, which had valid reasons, I think, for not picking teams. I think it's faster to get into the show then. You can actually have the first week be an actual episode versus it being like an intro episode, so it's interesting. But at the same time now, everyone still picked teams. They just did it after being assigned teams. Like, it seems like there's no actual team spirit. It seems like it ends up just we're going to make our own team and then break the show. Because then for us, it was like the Titans really wanted to get to the Final Five intact. And then at the very least, we wanted to at least get someone on the throne, I felt like. Certainly by the time it was me and Jack. So it was like, I felt like now that there was less team spirit, it's bizarre. I don't know how this is going to actually turn out, if they can actually keep it. But it could break the show for future seasons.
How long did choosing the teams last in real time?
No, not very long. Not very long. We got like
An hour, 2 hours,
2 hours,
half an hour.
It was something like that. I don't know. It wasn't very long at all. But it's enough time to actually get to know everyone and get to know strengths and weaknesses, who you actually maybe want to work with, those kind of things. At least a little bit. So.
Now, this caused quite an uproar on the boards. I was involved in the discussion also. What do you guys think about the all-girls alliance and how it fucks with the game flow and the theory of the game?
Well, I mean, now they have a bunch of guys in on it, but it screws up the theory of the game, like I was saying, to have a 6-person alliance, because that's enough to have a team. And if you have a whole cross-team team, what you effectively have is 6 people who are guaranteed to get through to a certain episode. And it means that there's no surprise every week. You know one of the people outside the alliance is going to go home unless something happens, and I'm hoping something interesting happens. That'd be certainly a way more interesting way for the season to go if the alliance falls through, because otherwise we know who's going home each week. It's one of the people who's not in the alliance.
I hope Ori crashed the show with no survivors.
I like how they did show a bit of the drama llama showing up next episode, so that should be fun.
Yeah, I'm interested in the new drama because one of the things that I was arguing about is that if the all-girl alliance held true until they eliminate everybody that's not in that alliance, the show's kind of boring because it's going to be piecemeal.
Yeah.
But this season, or this week, it started falling apart, and next week it looks like it's really being blown apart.
Yeah.
The autism increases.
Wait, so what happened this week? Are they still trying to keep that alliance going?
They added more people to it, so now they have a house majority across the 2 teams.
Yeah.
So everyone in that alliance, if the alliance keeps going, is permanently safe until when it's down to 6 people.
Did Todd join it?
No.
Oh, he didn't? Okay. Okay. Wait, who joined? Who were the new people?
And Jonathan?
Jonathan, and that's pretty much it. I think like all the girls except Caitlin and Rachel.
No.
Was Rachel in it?
Yeah, she was in it.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that the alliance fell apart this week. There was infighting, led to drama, more fun to watch, and one of the girls wound up in the nerd off. And while I was half hoping to see Caitlin go home, she ended up winning. The candle riddle was bullshit. But what did you guys think? I thought this week's nerd off was not particularly nerdish.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of generic riddles, just nothing actually pertaining to nerds.
Okay, true story, and I kind of laughed when I saw what they were doing. So when it was
Kerplunk.
Zach and I in the Nerd Off. Yeah, it was,
There we go.
the way they explained how the challenge was going to break down, it sounded like we had to answer riddles.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, pretty much, I was Thomas. Like, I have no fucking clue.
Yeah.
For most riddles.
Neither did I. So I was pretty much like, if that's what it is, the 50-50 shot.
If this is riddles, we're fucked.
Yeah.
Which levels the playing field, but still. Yeah, and then we got to the Nerd Off. It's like, oh, here, just pull sticks.
Yeah, we're both just thinking like, thank God, there's no riddles.
Well, that's why they show us at the computer, because we're like trying to study riddles and shit.
We were looking up riddles and we were talking to each other. We were actually, I think we had a pretty friendly prep period, which I really liked, Nicole. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
But no, we were just trying to figure out these riddles, and we were both so freaking clueless at them. Yeah.
Then it became just pull sticks and shit. It's like, oh, well, that's easy.
Like, okay, that's so much for our prep time. But it got us in a logical mindset, at least on some level, I guess.
Right.
There was one, though, that didn't kind of make sense. Like, the first one, it was like stars. I was like, wouldn't it be better, like, if it fit, like, shadows? Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Well,
They
you
don't
can
really
have
guide the
shadows
way.
during the day.
Always.
That's the issue with that one. Actually, for shadows, you'll see them more often at the day.
Oh, look, the repeat's playing on TV. I just noticed.
Yeah. Lily posted a tweet while linking to basically a neck doctor article that says that yes, you do release stress through your tear ducts.
No, I think they do, actually. I've heard that before.
No, the act of crying can release hormones in your system, but you do not release any hormones through your tear ducts since there is no. It's an excretory process. The hormones would be wasted.
Gotcha. That's interesting.
You only release hormones into your bloodstream with a protein carrier to act on another organ system or.
So, like, not you release, like, the stress chemical stuff, or those just fall into the same category?
So yeah, there's two things. There's steroids and there's hormones,
Okay.
and it's the same theory. One part of your body releases a chemical and it travels to another part of the body, depending on how far away it is, whether it has a protein carrier or not. And the whole point of it is it's kind of a signal for the other part to do something. And if you're crying it out, there's nothing on the outside of your body, the lumen, if you will, that it will act on. But she is right that if you cry, you do end up releasing stress hormones, not through your tear ducts, but from your posterior pituitary.
Okay, that's interesting. Because I've heard definitely that crying reduces stress hormones before. I just didn't. Okay, but that's interesting.
Yeah, it does. You don't release them through the tear ducts. You release them through the posterior.
Gotcha. Back here. This
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. Interesting.
But then again, it's almost as pedantic as drawing a line between how gravity works.
Something. This is welcome to.
Nicole, what are you doing there from the thread?
I'm working on a new cosplay.
Oh my God, this screenshot of Zach. Holy shit! Hold on.
What I'm doing is.
What is it?
It's from the Vocaloid song Magnet. I'm doing a Kaito version of the cosplay, and so I'm making the butterfly wings right now. I'm actually cutting out 4 identical things that look like this with the added glue shit in it is a pain in the fucking ass. So
Yeah,
that's what I'm doing. So it's another crossplay for me because, I should say I am proud to say too. I actually wore a dress like twice at the premiere for season 3. So hell froze over. It was great.
I heard about that.
Really nice dress. I like it. But I think to be nice to
Go
the
on.
Thomas. This is the last time you're getting it, so deal with it. And this is for the friends in the anonymous chat, so. Ta-da. There you go. That's all I get. I'm done.
Nice. I do have to say that's fucked up that you're indulging them, but props for doing it.
The apathy helps with that.
I definitely say that's got to be a victory for Sylvanas.
Is that like a cue that now I should scream it? Okay. Can I get Frostmourne first?
Hold on, I'm forgetting Frostmourne.
We both have to get our Frostmournes because clearly one of us can't
Oh
be.
shit! Who gave Zach access to the Frostmourne?
Victory for Sylvanas! Sadly, we missed the top of that. That would look really cool.
Nicole, do your best Zach impression of victory for Sylvanas.
Oh my god.
Like increase your voice by like 3 octaves, and you'll
Yeah,
get it.
the fact that my voice is lower than yours is good.
It probably is. Yeah, it probably is.
Victory for Sylvanas! That's all I got.
Victory for Sylvanas!
What the
That was
fuck?
pretty good.
Wait, did Nicole show her ass? Did I miss it?
Yeah, you missed it, bro.
Yeah, you missed
Bare booty, you missed it. She'll never show it again.
Oh. It's okay. There'll be screen caps in the thread.
Are you guys seeing the screen cap I linked in the thread? The screen cap is Zach, man. It's top notch.
Alright, we need to make. I'm gonna make a new.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, that picture of Zach is the best.
What am I doing there? I look so like, ridiculous.
It looks like you're like, hey!
Hey. Hey,
Like,
man.
it's actually not a bad picture. It just looks ridiculous. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It really is. It's a great reaction image.
Yeah.
It should be the image to
that's
start
getting
the
added to
thread.
it.
Guys, you need to make it a meme. Can you memeify me? Can you create memes, like manufacture them?
I think you've created your own meme on the show. So.
Okay, that's true. I do have my own set of memes.
Oh, wow.
I wish I didn't have some of them. But, you know.
I'm just glad I have the what the fuck just happened. I'm a fan of that one.
I guess
Robin-
yeah. I guess the meme I'm stuck with is the same thing that MK was complaining about in the thread there. That she's stuck with the whole gravity nonsense. But
I mean, I think she's stuck with it more than you are because, I mean, she kind of was triggered by it.
yeah.
She really was. She's the only one that, like, gets, like, super fucking... What did you do, Zach? Did you threaten to murder her family? What happened?
God, no. You know, truth be told, what I did is no different than what Chris was trying to do to me and Jack. But it looked worse, and I understand that. And I'm sorry about it, and I've tried to apologize several times. I don't know what else I can do anymore at this point. I really tried to apologize for it, because I am sorry for what I did.
But...
Go more in depth with that, Zach.
So, season 3 on the counter for episode 2 is someone like getting to levels of destroying the entire team, systematically destroying the entire team. Someone has to get to that level, please. Please let it be Ori.
Ori would be awesome at that.
I just hope by at least episode 3 that there's that one person that everyone in the house is trying to get rid of, and they can't get rid of.
Yeah, the trailer for episode 3 looks hardcore, so maybe that'll happen. I don't know. Maybe it'll take longer.
That was my favorite part about you, Zach, in season 2, was that, like, it seemed like the majority of the house was trying to get rid of you, and you just wouldn't go away. You just kept destroying everyone.
I'm proud of my persistence on that. It was upsetting, especially when it ended up sending home people like Nicole, which I really didn't want to do at all. But like, yeah, I was proud of Angie sticking there, because doing a nerd-offs in a row too, that was what was really hard about it. Is just that was such high stress for the whole freaking time.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a new thread now. Oh,
Wait,
look,
what?
we named it.
To answer the question in the new thread, there are, like, can't you just, like, fap to Katie's armpits or something? Those exist, too. Or any of the season 3 girls. Yes. They're fucking hot.
I mean, what about Todd the Bod? He's pretty attractive.
Out of a hot girl.
I don't know. They kind of like skimped on the lighting this season because everybody's skin looks so fucking greasy.
It does. It's so awful.
It's like
Just because you
what
sweat.
the shit, son.
Freeze
Yeah,
up.
I understand that, but like in previous seasons, they like I don't know, the lighting was like more
Saved my ass because I was sweating.
more favorable. You know, now it's like you can see like I don't know, the colors are like very much more like saturated,
I
so
know,
it's kind of
It was
awkward.
the same exact place and like the same exact buildings and everything that we used last year.
Yeah, it's all on Occidental, so it should all be the same
Yeah.
style.
I'm sorry, I missed this. Dead ass. So the first one was that Broken College in California. The second one was kind of an off-shelter kind of location. The third one, where the hell are they filming the third one?
I think they kept it.
The second one. Occidental even tweeted that, so I think that's public, because Occidental was like, we're home to Nirvana again, wee!
We're back to fucking Ant City. Woo!
Someone posted in the thread, this friend simulator is really fun.
Really entertaining.
Really
It was
entertaining.
good, man. What the fuck happened?
Wait, wasn't there that guy, or it was during the summer while they were filming season 3, somebody posted in the thread, he's like, hey, me and my friend live really close to where they filmed King of the Nerds. We're going to go and see if we can get some footage from it. And then we never heard from that guy again.
Was he taken away?
He was
Maybe.
probably like taken by the sheds and like, murdered or something.
Uh-oh.
Bobby found him, ground him up, and put him in a Little Caesars pizza.
He was hot and ready. My dick. Todd the Bod. Todd is he's from the Tester as well.
No, he's not.
Wait, I thought he was the one that bullied Danielle.
No.
That's big physique.
Oh, so it's another fat guy. Okay.
Wow.
Just more fat people.
I'm sorry, they all look the same to me.
Todd's actually really awesome in person. I was excited to meet him after just how he talks on like social media and everything. And he's just so bloody confident all the time. It's ridiculous.
Nicole, question for you, since you were on two reality television shows.
Here's the ironic thing, I was almost on 3.
Almost on 3. What's the third one?
Ultimate Gamer Season 2?
Wait. Okay, that doesn't count, but almost.
Almost.
I was actually in finals week. Like, I was one of the people that, when they tell you yes, you made it, or no, you didn't, I was in the group of no, you didn't. I was actually an alternate for it.
So, this question goes out to you because you're kind of in a unique situation, because Brandon was originally scouted to be on Beauty and the Geek, the second or third season, which got canceled and then got pulled over. What is it about people who have either been on a reality show or been vetted? What is it about either being on a prior show or being accepted to a prior show that makes it almost seem easier to get onto these shows? Is it that you've already passed background checks, or?
Well, the background checks can obviously change. Same thing with the
It's
psychic.
probably because producers know each other.
Yeah,
And
it's just
No, actually no. They had not, like, King of the Nerds had really never heard of Tester, which is funny because they dealt with Danielle.
Oh,
She was pretty much the same on both of them. But, I mean, the thing is, like, I applied for Ultimate Gamer first, and that was the first one, like, this timeline. So when I got to finals week, I tried to act like big and tough and like pretty much someone that I thought they wanted to see and not me. And that was probably the big reason why I was turned away.
Always be yourself. Just like yourself on like your best day ever. That's how you get on a reality TV show.
And it's just that with all the other little tricks of knowing how I presented myself to Ultimate Gamer and going from that to kind of tweak it for Tester, tweak it for King of the Nerds. Like, when I did the whole Tester application, when I got to the phone interviews, they go, well, why should we pick you? And I'm like, well, I can guarantee you that any other girl that you've interviewed for this, for all 3 seasons, I have more trophies than them. Which, I don't even have that many trophies as it is. But I, like, right away, without even, like, saying my name or anything, I was like, yeah, this is why I'm better than any other girl you've had. And they're like, oh, well, Cheska from Season 2 had a lot of trophies. I'm like, bitch has half the trophies I do. They're like, oh, you are correct. We like you.
Well, didn't Eagle Raptor
When you say
get on that?
trophies-
The fact that he had like 3 trophies?
Well,
Trophies on PS3 are worth gamer points on Xbox Live.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, but for Eagle Raptor, he has like the nerd, or I should say the fan vote, and his whole following. For the rest of us, like I kind of use the fact that it was a PlayStation show, and like I'm a big PlayStation fangirl, but I was using that to my advantage of going, okay, well, what's synonymous with PlayStation, especially like PS3, PS4, or PS3 at the time. It's like trophies. I just talk about those, and then bring in all the other little things that I do, and kind of like I knew how to better TLDR. I knew how to better like sell myself to executive producers without doing any kind of sexual favors.
Okay. Two things from the thread. One is relating to the guy who tried to get to Oxy to film. He said he actually managed to get to the Oxy campus. He got there on the last day, so they didn't have any outside filming. He did get a picture with Curtis, however. And then Anon asked in the thread, Nicole, would you vote Shaw for Season 4? I withdrew my application for Season 3. I don't think I'm going to reply for Season 4. But
How far did you get like past interviews or anything? Or?
no, within 48 hours, something came down. I emailed them back and said that I didn't want to be on it, and they were just like, all right, thanks for the heads up. Because, you know, as I filmed in the summer, I didn't have, within 48 hours of me emailing them, like, my summer ended, so.
Well, I'd still apply them just for shits and giggles, because worst case scenario, you get to the end of auditions, and, like, Kayla was supposed to be on Season 1, and then she had a scheduling conflict at the last minute, so she said she turned them down, and then they actually called her for Season 2 and said, can you still be on the show? She said yes, and then look what happened.
I think MK said the same thing. Like, they do a lot of scouting.
A lot of people were scouted for King of the Nerds for all 3 seasons.
Right.
Myself, not one of them.
Nope. I just saw the awesome things in rotation after being obsessed with Season 1, and then I sent in a video.
I literally applied with hours left to go in the application process.
Wow.
They said, oh, shit, we want you. I'm like, all right.
Do you think it was easier for you to get on the show as a girl because there was less female applicants?
Yes. That I won't deny. It's, I mean, for this type of show, like, say for going completely different extreme, things like Bachelorette or, like, Survivor or shit like that, there's probably a lot more female applicants and different qualifications. For a very niche show like King of the Nerds or like Tester, I mean, it's more synonymous with guys, at least if you're very old-fashioned in your way of thought. So, yeah, it's much easier for girls to get themselves to stand out in like the pool than guys.
Stand out in the pool.
Again, without sexual favors. I feel like I have to say that every time.
Why do you feel like you have to say that? Like, I just did that as a joke, as like you had tits.
More chance, and I'm covering my bases.
But no, I remember when I asked that question.
Do you think they're digging too far for contestants? Like, for example, Thomas, they brought him in as a brony. I mean, that I don't know if that seems to be qualifications.
Well, I mean, you can't, like, you can have, like, non-engineers and non-scientists and stuff.
He got to the show. He told me that he actually had never even heard of the show originally. He was at a convention, and he saw the booth, and he went up and talked to some of the people there, and he started having some just super nerdy conversation or whatever. One of the people there was like, dude, you should totally send us in a video. You seem awesome. So he sent in the video, and apparently they really liked him, and that's how he got on the show, is what he told me, at least.
Have you guys seen the video that I linked? They're saying that this is Ori. He's
No,
on
it's
a.
not.
Can you not? No.
You don't think that's Ori? It looks a
not.
lot like him. I mean, I don't think it's him, but it looks like him.
That's
Barely.
not
That
him.
freaky shit. Is that him?
Barely, and he doesn't sound like him at all.
Yeah, I mean, you can mask your voice for a video.
Are those tattoos? Or is that
I
just
mean, I
hair?
understand like shitty acting, but not that hard.
Zach, are you turned on by this video? Yes, no.
Open video. Can we change the topic?
Yeah.
How turned on by this video are you? New topic.
No, that's not Ori.
No more bullying. Enough. No more
On a scale
bullying.
from 1 to diamond, how hard does this video make you?
Why?
Nicole is giving me a look like 9. It's okay.
She's like done. She.
Because it's winding down and I'm running out of material and I'm sobering up.
So you're sobering up so you get more inappropriate. Makes sense.
I hope the name of the pictures are Nicole's Forms. Sigh. I don't even look that good. I look good in the first picture because it hides like.
Nicole, how do you feel about the waifuing on 4chan?
Mhm.
How do you deal with that?
Not much to deal with. I'm usually not the waifu, so I'm kind of out of like on the side.
I mean, there's quite a bit of gifs of you around. You know that, right?
True. Usually it's me with a derp face or my ass.
Yeah,
Can't really
that's
waifu
There's
my
that
ass.
one where you give a thumbs up to like
Oh, the red.
Like-
the
Oh, they
upvote.
added they added the upvote, yeah.
Come on, Reddit people, watch the show, please.
Oh, they
Respond.
like insta like posted that gif. I was like,
Here's a question from the chat. It's addressed to Zach, but you guys can both answer it. What was it like to work with Robert and Curtis, and how much time did you actually spend with them? What were they like off screen?
They were both so awesome. Especially Curtis.
yeah, Bobby doesn't really like talk that much. He does his own thing, and he was at the premiere party, which shocked the hell out of everybody. But Curtis, like, I consider him my adopted dad. Like, he is the based of based gods by far.
He got an acknowledgement in my book. I put an acknowledgement for my book. I just put Curtis Armstrong for being awesome. He's such a cool guy, which I was so glad to see too, because if you're gonna star in a movie like Revenge of the Nerds, which despite all of its extremely problematic things too, actually has a pretty positive message by the end. I mean, I think it's cool that he's actually someone who embodies that on a very deep level, and he's a really, really good guy.
Like, in terms of interactions during filming, the answer is little to none.
Yeah, little.
I know they, like, actually in the Dead Nerd party, when like we were literally where we were filming the science fair, Curtis actually stopped by for a little bit and was his amazing, normally fucking amazing, awesome self.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a like they stay out of it during the filming just because I mean they are, in addition to like hosts, they're the executive producers and creators of the show, want to stay like unbiased and shit. But at the same time, like when I came back from my exit interview after I was eliminated, Curtis actually took time and actually did my interview.
Yeah, he did mine then too.
That was the first one he did that for.
And then he made sure to do mine as well after that. Especially because actually one of the things he wanted to know about so much was stuff about you from my perspective.
Oh, he literally at one point he's like, so were you like nobody? We kind of have bets right now.
You were
Were
being
you
so
messing
mean
with
during
him?
that
Or
nerd
were you
off.
being serious?
You were so mean during that nerd off. You were trolling so hard.
Well, here's the thing, like, and this is kind of why I'm glad I lost in a way because I would have become the uber villain. Like my whole strategy was because I watch people. I don't sometimes talk a lot, especially with so many like very big personalities that Nerdvana has. But kind of watch how people tick, and if I was in a nerd off against them, I would just troll the fuck out of them.
Well, why do you think I was being all brazen and proud to Jaywitz? Actually, to quote Shakespeare, the Taming of a Shrew, the way that you beat someone who's really proud is be really proud back at them.
Well, that's why I didn't do the same thing for you. Like, that nerd off actually told me exactly what I had to do to get under your skin.
Yeah. Because I was getting under my skin, that's for sure.
Like,
But yeah,
my
you're
crowning moment for that one was, "You've lost me as a friend." I'm like, I know you don't mean that, but my
pissed
work
me off
is
so
done.
much when I said that. No, I mean, immediately even after I said that, I was like, frick, I can't believe I even just said that. Nicole is awesome. I didn't want to actually just say that. I was so mad at you. No, you realize though, if they just used a couple different quotes from you, if they put a different background music on it, you would have been the villain. Just put a different background music, and voila, now you're the villain.
Yeah, they did not show how, like, I was literally trolling him
The whole time.
from the beginning. Like, I was shooting the shit with Curtis and Bobby, the zombies, the other nerds, the fucking crew, telling him, like, good job! And, like, I started calling my shots. It was funny, because the longer I did that, like, I was doing better and you started doing worse.
Oh,
like,
yo, that's what happened. That's how you got the comeback.
100 pin or 100 body part lead at one point.
Because it was terrible. And then, you know, what I was saying with the whole poison number thing, what I was saying is that I knew there was going to be a big drop. What ended up happening is the big drop that I had to do ended up being significantly less than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, you did so darn well in that. When you got some of those ones that you got like zeros that I didn't even see.
Well, there was one where they, like, the body parts literally got caught on the fence. That shouldn't have happened. But I'm like,
hello. It was cool though. Take the credit. It was awesome. No, you did really good on that. Because I think one of the things that other people didn't also see based on seeing the show is that a huge part of that one was actually how you pulled out the stakes. Because they were really heavy, and if you didn't pull them out perfectly, the entire thing would just collapse anyway. So yeah, that was tough. You did so well on that one. I was really impressed. That's why on the last one, when you needed to pull a stake without dropping anything, I was genuinely concerned you were gonna somehow find a way to do it.
oh, there wasn't one that would.
I know there wasn't, but I was still like, is she gonna figure it out anyway? Because I saw that one where it got stuck on the fence, I was like, that was magic. Is she gonna do it again?
Question from the thread about the academic standards of this season's nerds. We all know in season 1 we had Yale, Caltech, MIT, engineers.
You can't name Caltech. It's a technical institute. It's the same thing as a community college.
Caltech's a great school, though. Come on.
Caltech's up there. Fuck off. Yeah. But anyways, we had people from top-notch schools in season 1. Season 3, do you feel that the academic standards of the nerds on season 3 are up there, or are they just reaching for demographics?
I went to community college for 2 years, and now I'm at the University of Minnesota. So even if I felt that way, I wouldn't have something to state. I don't think it's necessary to have everyone on the show be like uber educated. I think that's a type of nerd, and that's a type of person. But I don't think everyone on the show needs to be in that level of education.
And fuck, I graduated from Notre Dame, and I'm still an idiot. So. Yeah.
Yeah, just because somebody goes to uni doesn't mean they're intelligent. I mean, my mother works at the university in my town, in my city, and people are dumb as fuck. They have PhDs and shit, but they're still dumb as fuck.
Says the man from Canada.
With his dirty French penis. God, I hate you, bad fuck.
They're just jealous because I actually have one. Like, yours, I have to fucking find it in the jungle.
Zach, you claim that Ori and Todd are your favorites to watch. What makes them your favorite to watch?
I think they're just fun people. I think Todd is a big personality and an interesting guy.
Big personality?
Yeah, that wasn't meant as a thing. But I think he's a very, very, super confident person, and that's always really, really fun to watch on a show like this. He's also been pretty funny so far. And also then Ori is I think is interesting. He's definitely, when he was walking out, I saw a lot of the same excitement that I had when I first walked into the courtyard, and he was showcasing that a lot too. So I think he's been fun to watch, even if he seemingly has absolutely no filter on things that he says, but I don't sometimes either. So
speaking of absolutely no filter on things that they say, let's revisit season 2 for a second. This is something I've talked to a couple people about. Kind of one of the tropes of being a nerd is being bullied. And it was kind of weird because in season 2 you kind of took a bullying stance, and it was a very aggressive bullying stance. What did you learn from that experience, and how has that affected you in the future?
I felt bullied. And that's why I was doing what I had to do. Is I was feeling bullied by people. As you guys said previously, it kind of looks like there was no one there that wanted me. That was very, very true. And I was feeling kind of bullied at that point. So at the time, I felt like that what I did was justified. I think that certainly if I was in the situation again, would I have made the same decisions? No. But that said, I was coming from a very different place. I had a lot of, interviews, things I said were, God, I just feel like I'm back in high school right now. I had a lot of, I cried several times actually on the show, which also they didn't put on because I guess they didn't want me to look sympathetic. Which I'm okay with. By the end, I actually really, I wanted to make it completely stress on here. I love King of the Nerds. I think it's a great show. By the end, I'm actually really happy with how they portrayed me. Because a lot of people have messaged me in particular because of the way I was portrayed, but who still saw that there was something else going on there, and that have it's resonated with them somehow deeper. And an honor when you have someone message you and go like, seeing you on this show has like inspired me to be more myself. Like I can't even comprehend someone saying something like that to me. So it's a big deal.
Yeah, because two things I noticed, two of the themes was between season 1 and 2 was Virgil and Brandon and Ivan kind of on their out interviews in season 1 all talked about the hazards of being a nerd and the hardships you endure, and ignore the people who throw rocks, ignore your haters, shine as much as you want to, be who you want to be. And then in season 2 we had that direct confrontation, you and MK, and however edited it was, if you want to argue that, but it was shown as a direct confrontation, and MK stood steadfast, and instead of going into an aggressive stance in an argument, she kind of portrayed a human aspect of it, and said, kind of the nerd anthem that I'm a human being, your words are hurtful, bullying is wrong.
There were many things she said back at me. There was also things that were on camera that they put a different background music to, so it didn't sound as bad, like calling me a disease.
Yeah, I get that, but
actually,
the way that they edited it,
racial forsaken. That's big time. That's big time.
But the storyline, what do you think about kind of the way that they kind of presented it? I mean, kind of remove yourself from the situation of you or you, but they show it as you being a bully and MK kind of being a human nerd, kind of standing there and being like, look, however they edited it, but it showed a bullying aspect and then your words are hurtful, please stop. Have you received any feedback on your end that anybody's seen about either helpful dealing with her stuff or glad to see that somebody was so human and that displayed emotion in the face of anger?
Well, actually, so in feedback I've gotten, I mean, again, if you look at the whole course of the show, what they wanted to do was, because I was in for so long, I think I had a big arc, because I had arc potential. That's what you do. And if they just told my story like that, it was better. It was also, I mean, let's be honest for a second, it's a better way to tell the story than telling it from my perspective, because you told it from my perspective, you'd have to have like 3 villains, and then that would not work as a show. But I mean, I've most of the feedback I've gotten has, besides the crazy, ridiculous fringe things that are like, go kill yourself, you're horrible, those crazy fringe things I've gotten from people, most things I actually got on the show were overwhelmingly positive. If you discount the vocal minorities, which as a sociologist, that's something I know to do. You discount people who are uber super positive, and then you discount the people who are super angry, because usually it's that minorities are the people who actually speak the loudest.
Yeah, but what do you think about the messages sent, where in the face of edited, if you can claim it that way, aggression, that they showed it's just a human.
I think the message that they sent, I think the message that they sent on episode 3, which is what you're referring to, is actually not how you're describing it. I think the message that they sent was, you have person A, me, screw up, make a big mistake, burn some bridges, and then you have person B who was hurt by that, and then I think what they actually tried to show was, wow, now person A is getting completely isolated, which is why they had that whole sequence with me, and they showed me alone and just eating my silly candy trying to figure out this game because no one would play with me. Then what they had is when I went in there, that was actually, tons of people thought that was a scripted thing. It was not a scripted thing. I didn't even know what I was going to say when I rounded everyone up, and I was like, can you come into the kitchen for a minute? but I had to say something. So I think what the message they actually showed there was more about recognizing mistakes and trying to fix mistakes, is what I think in the end they were trying to show. They didn't show my actual apology, though, because that wasn't my actual apology. So I thought that was strange that they didn't show the actual apology. They used that as my apology because it was more dramatic. But, yeah.
Now, in the what was it? I can't remember, but they showed you, they portrayed you as having a short fuse, where somebody would say something and then they cut to a dramatic edit of you talking very fast and you're like, I'm going to destroy everybody on this team. When in the in the throne room. Is that a fair assessment of you? Is that one of your flaws?
One time on the show that I was like legitimately actually angry was it was during the the cosplay challenge on episode 3, and I was thinking back to what Servants of the Forsaken Orb did that was so awesome on season 1, I mean, and how they won that nerd off, which is by they worked together. If they couldn't figure out something in their costume, they went, hey, can you work on this? And it was total brainstorming and coordination, and a lot of brainstorming. They did a lot of brainstorming, is what they showed a lot of, and working as a team. So I really wanted more of that. And then when I was trying to do that and I got shut down, that was a point where I actually did get angry. In the throne room, I don't actually remember getting angry. I remember trying to act big against Josh, but. Who, for the record, I've actually had a lot of people ask me, hey, have you actually subscribed to him? The answer is yes, I've subscribed to him, and I'm actually a huge fan of his. I watch every single video he makes. Actually, I played Smash Bros. With him at the premiere party and kicked my butt. That was funny.
I think that's part of the problem with the setup of how this show runs. It's like, at least Season 3's gotten off to a good start where there isn't a team that's, like, at a disadvantage, but most seasons, the first team to lose that first person was at a major disadvantage, and it wasn't even about losing someone like of major skill or anything like that. It was just having an extra person that could help you do whatever you had to do. Like, obviously, Nicole and Zach, your team last year, it got fucked. It got fucked pretty hard. Like, you guys lost that first science fair nerd-off, and
TV team ever! I was so curious what would even happen if you lost every challenge. Now I know.
And then, like, you guys got fucked in the ass, because I guess it was partly...
We lost because we actually we followed the rules.
Yeah, and I remember you telling us that.
And we were scared to push them at all. The Titans threw in all this extra flair and theatrics to every challenge, even if that wasn't the challenge, and to the judges, that was super impressive.
And Zach, we need to get you hooked up with a trip code.
With a what? Code? Oh, I don't know how they work. I forgot.
He doesn't need a trip code. Why does he need a trip code?
Really need. If you're watching the thing,
Zach's.
Yeah, you need trip. Before we go any further, Nicole, can you expand? Because as somebody who was there and was fairly neutral, what did you see? How do you think the editing took place? Do you think poorly or
editing in regards to what?
In regards to the Zach MK kind of bullying versus team dynamic thing,
well,
do you think it portrayed it fairly?
That's what happened. Yeah.
I mean,
that's what I did.
There's a lot that wasn't seen, to be fair, and for all parties aside from Jack, because he just kept playing pool. But and that's actually a big reason why I refused to vote for him at the end. But I mean, we were actually told that night by producers, like, listen, I mean, not a lot of this is going to get shown, for all parties considered. Like, there was one point where I actually blew the fuck up at Zach. And when I did that, my one thought is, okay, if I don't completely rig how I'm going to, like, shout at him, this is going to get on air and I'm going to look horrible. So I pretty much, like, I pretty much went Boondock Saints, like, the one scene where he's just like, what the fuck? Like, every third or fourth word I said was fuck, fucking, fucks, or fuck. And it got to the point where they couldn't, like, edit it to the point where it was, like, coherent. So that's why they kept it out. So it's like mission accomplished. But
right, that was the thing you alluded to last year about they couldn't show.
Yeah, they couldn't show that because I pretty much made it so they couldn't show it.
They also didn't show you hip check. which happened.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
still,
I was almost disqualified for that. But
did they
So
actually
there was physical contact.
there was a lot going on. But
I didn't know they actually talked to you. That's interesting.
we were talked to by the producers after everything went down. Actually, before the Titans got back their pirating, and said, "Listen, like this is still. I mean, it's reality TV, and we're not changing any of this, but like this is still a comedy, for lack of a better word. Like that's classified as a comedy.
Well, that's the goal for
So-
human to make it funny, yeah.
It was
So-
toned down.
So you physically attacked Zach, and they almost kicked you from the show.
He totally did that. It scared me because
Zach
He also
was afraid of you.
checked me.
what?
As he
I
was
didn't
walking-
mean to.
when
That
you were
was
walking through the door.
an accident, Nicole. I was just trying to walk out the door.
Came up to me and I was just like, "Did you hurt Zach?" I'm like, "Did you see him shoulder check me?" They're like, "Yeah."
To do that. But at the same time, if that helped you stay in the game, whatever, that's okay, because I liked you being there. But I legitimately swear to heaven I did not mean to do that. That was an accident. I was trying to go, you were in the way, and I wasn't in the mood to say, excuse me. I walked, and I accidentally bumped you, and I really did.
I'm a derby girl. It's my job to get in the fucking way.
I know, because you're good at that. I get it, but yeah.
It's called the hips. They're big enough where they get in everybody's way.
So I'll just say that, like, that means my theory about handling a situation in a reality show kind of works. Like, if you don't want something to be aired, you just like do the most craziest shit, or as I said, like you just stare into the camera and just like fucking I fuck it.
Not allowed to stare at the camera.
Yeah.
Well, that's the point. It's just like you stretch the rules a bit, just like then you go off.
Okay, the person who just posted, cool, this will work for now, that's me now. Just so you know,
Awesome.
because now apparently we had too many people who needed it. Being Zach. Everyone is Zach.
There's like 3 Zachs in this.
I know, Zachs, they're everywhere. Do we really need more than one of me? I don't think we do.
I just want season 4 to be nothing
Somebody
but
told him a
Zach.
secure trip code. Wow. I did not.
I forget how trips work always.
You do a
I just-
hashtag and
I
a
was thinking
password,
about
and it
computer.
changes it to a visible trip number. It hashes it and posts the hash.
Well, I remember now. It's just every single time I come to 4chan to do one of these, I never remember how the heck it works.
For the longest time, mine was hashtag how do I trip, because I didn't know how to trip. See if I can't get something out of
One
you.
of my passwords was like commence shit posting or something. Or something like with shit posting. I just can't remember what. Sad that I forgot that one because I would still fucking use it.
What do you guys think of the first episode where instead of the teams picking each other, they automatically assigned each other the team?
I think yeah. Well, you can go, Nicole. Go ahead.
It's a toss up. Like I think they did a decent job balancing the teams.
Mhm.
And yes, it does help to go into a challenge right away, and I really like that. But on the other hand, because the teams are all chosen already, we lost a lot of getting to know you, which a good portion of episode 1 is good for. Because, well, we don't know these people. When do we learn? But it was okay.
My concern with it is just that now we have the giant 6-person alliance cross team, which
Right.
that wouldn't happen if you picked your own team, because if you pick your own team, you have team spirit and you want your team to win, so you don't make those alliances often. Like we had the Titans of Rigels who were like super, super, super close, and then we had us who, I mean, we had our drama, but we still wanted our team to win. So I mean, like,
We came together through adversity.
we did. I know it's weird, but we actually did. So I mean, like, we had very much in our season, and I think the first season as well, teams who wanted to win as teams because we picked our teams, and if you don't pick your teams, you don't get that. So I don't know what's going to happen. Certainly, the show is going to be a lot more interesting if that alliance messes up. That'd be a lot more fun to watch.
I really hope it does mess up, because that's just dumb as shit. Like, I hate the whole alliance thing. I kind of was hoping that this season would be different with the pick teams, because I'm just like, even with everyone picking their teams, that's cool and all, but I hate just seeing one team win every episode. It just gets exhausting. Same thing happened with Blextrippy. They just got fucked because of Alana being Alana.
Let's all remember. Let's take a moment to remember Hendrix picking Halana for a chest advisor, and then being just like baited into the most obvious trap in like 8 turns maybe.
It
was
so
like, and then you do like oh fuck, oh well, sorry, yeah, like dumb bitch.
Now, this is a bit of tinfoil hat, but do you think that Ori's comment triggered them to start the alliance?
No.
No?
Which comment? Oh, that comment he made when he made the stupid joke.
Yeah.
And,
I think it was something that was already in the works.
Yeah, and for the record, by the way, in Ori's defense, now they've actually talked to him and met his girlfriend as well. There's no way he's actually a bad person in that regard. I think he said something really stupid, though.
His girlfriend was pissed, and
I don't think it was stupid. I think it was an innocuous joke that got taken
He's
too
dating a
far.
very strong girl, though. He's dating a very, very strong girl. So there's no way that's actually like his personality.
Strong like Nicole Strong, or
Strong like excreting hormones from a tear duct strong.
Oh, I just mean strong as in
Nicole, you're my hero, by the way. Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Oh, shut the fuck up. It's worse than
Nicole, you are
bullying.
the wind beneath my wings.
Vice, alcohol.
I can fly as a seagull.
Please mute. How many? Okay, here's a question for you, season 2 guys. How many jokes? Were there any jokes that happened like that during season 2 that didn't get aired? Like anything that was super inappropriate that probably shouldn't have been said?
Or something that was copyrighted that they couldn't use.
I think that the copyright that they couldn't use thing that happened is Jack and I had some great banter about Soul Calibur and just being confused that as they take damage all the clothes fall off. But they didn't use that because I think then suddenly they realized they couldn't use Soul Calibur or something. I don't know what happened.
Great banter about video game characters getting naked. Great banter.
I was just like, is this meant to be a feature or is it bugging? I was very confused because I hadn't played Soul Calibur 5, just like 4 and stuff. So I was like, is this meant to happen?
Oh yeah, it's a Japanese game. It's a feature.
Nicole, when you shoulder checked Zach, how much of his clothing fell off out of the collar?
Well, he's not a female, so the clothes stayed on.
That is true.
If the tables were turned, I would probably lose the sweater.
Hot.
Not really.
You're right.
Oh, could you imagine? I could imagine Zach being like, "Can we have a strip nerd off? I've been in this nerd off the 3rd time. I want us to strip."
So we're talking about stripping clothing. It's a red versus blue test they did based on Soul Calibur and has them pretty much naked by the end of the damn thing.
I mean,
so
I would have
speaking
been.
of that, it appears that a lesbian relationship has occurred on this season 3. It's heavily implied post-production. Season 1, we heard Brando had his schlong out, in that he was propositioned by Danielle. Not really. Season 2, there wasn't really much going on. What do you guys think about Season 3 sexual dynamics? You think some hanky-panky was going on? Was it forbidden by the producers in your season?
It's not forbidden, and I wouldn't be surprised if there was anything going on.
Now, if you want to get private with another individual in Nerdvana, were the cameras going to be there, or could you have told them, back off, we're about to fuck?
Cameras are everywhere.
You could tell them that, and that means every single camera would, come back.
Yeah. The cameras mostly just followed me.
Did you diarrhea on the camera?
What kind of question is that?
And did it offer you a baby wipe? I'm not hearing any answers there, Zach. I'm going to take that silence as a yes.
And the answer is no, then. That's ridiculous. What?
I mean, I gotta figure it's gotta be shitty being a cameraman filming in the bathroom and having to smell somebody else's diarrhea, Zach.
They actually, I should say, they only follow people into the bathroom if, like, it's clear that there's going to be some discussion. Like, there were a couple times when, like, MK and I, like, we'd be in the bathroom, and then, like, doing our business, we'd come out, we'd wash our hands, start talking, and all of a sudden the cameraman would literally run into the bathroom, like, throw the door open and just put the camera there. It's like, yeah, we could have been, like, taking a shit or something. Like,
Wait.
no, we were listening, you're good. Because, yeah, the
Wait.
mics are still on, so if you're dropping a deuce, if you're just letting one rip, they know.
That is so something I would do. I would start talking with somebody and they're like, oh, let's go take a shit together.
I think what Brandon would do, because he is Brandon and amazing, like, I guess he would start singing into the microphone every time he'd use the washroom. Like, I'm peeing, or I'm pooping, blah, blah, and just keep going. And
I know, you have to really gross them out. Like, you go into the bathroom and you know they're listening, so you just, like, make hardcore porn sounds. Like, it's fucking like you're listening to, like, a gay gangbang video or some shit. Like, when you go in, like, talking with somebody, like, you both take shit, but, like, exaggerate every sound.
Wait,
Like, at some point.
Wait, so they didn't film you on your days off? Is that correct?
no.
So if you're boning on your days off, nobody will know.
They would probably yell at you because you're not doing it on camera.
We didn't want to do it on camera. Fucking sucks for you.
I heard they didn't have a micro lens, so they couldn't get any action. Tiny
Well,
penis
that's
joke.
what they told you. The rest of the guys were fine.
I mean, something could have happened in season
It's,
2 because
it's like
I mean,
serial killer dying or seizuring.
What's
There's
going
some
on?
shit.
Serial killer is falling victim to post-birth fetal alcohol syndrome.
Oh my god.
wait, what did I do?
You fucking you stroked out on cam there for a minute. Here's my best impression of you.
Yeah, it happens.
Like you legitimately stroked out for a good minute.
It's like when full fucking Tetsuo for a second.
Oh, I just can't wait to see the GIF. It's gonna be there.
I can't wait until you're on season 4 and you murder somebody. You're gonna have the creepiest facial expressions. I cannot wait till that reaction phase.
I don't think I'll be on season 4. I sent in my video for season 3. They never responded. I even
Well,
sent an
you gotta
email
send
that
it again.
please respond. And they
You gotta say it again, bro.
Please
No,
respond.
persevere.
Please respond. Please respond.
please respond.
Please respond for us!
I know where you live. I'll burn your house down. I have Curtis hostage.
Speaking of Curtis, Brando made allegations to this. Do either of you have Curtis's phone number?
Maybe. Are you getting it? No.
Well, yeah, I think that would be the same answer for me, yes.
Interesting. I would call him at 4 in the morning and just play that song from the end of Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, I've called him at very strange hours.
Go on.
What are you wearing, Curtis?
He's either asleep or like, whenever I'm just having a really shit day or I need his opinion on something, I call him like, hey, are you busy?
Do I wear the blue thong or the red thong?
Blue, I don't have any red thumbs.
Interesting.
Blue's my favorite color. So,
Red's a very aggressive underwear color, I feel, unless you're on Shark Week. I say this because I recently had to purchase underwear and was looking at it, and color choice all of a sudden became an issue for me, and very averted to red, and the sales lady said that was very common.
interesting.
So Zach needs to go to bed. Yay nap times.
Yay,
Yeah.
now.
You sit on your stomach, on your side, or on your back?
Typically, I can, like, get drowsy by sleeping on my side, but if I'm actually going to sleep, I have to be on my back.
Interesting.
Stomach! Way to
Yeah.
go.
And where does Stompy sleep?
Stompy, he sleeps out here. I'm glad that you guys appreciate Stompy, though. I appreciate him as well. We have to actually post another picture. I have to post another picture from his Hollywood adventure. Those have all been very popular.
They have been. I've been eager to follow his adventures.
Oh yeah.
He's a worthwhile sidekick.
Whoever said I was League of Legends scum, have a titters.
No, what's so ridiculous is because it's here. What's so ridiculous is that like it started out that I posted one little picture with the pair of fake spy glasses that Kelsey gave me, and it was so adorable that I posted another one, and everyone loved it like so much that there were like instant demands for another picture. So I had to post another one because it performed like 3 or 4 times better than anything else I'd ever posted.
Question for Nicole. Why dye your hair
Started to type that.
Oh, I'm fucking retarded. I apologize.
Well, that's a given. Pretty much, my boss said I'm not allowed to dye my hair any other strange color other than that in the red. That of the red.
You work for a mining corporation, right?
Yeah, but I have to start going and like talking to execs and other higher ups, and it sucks. So I have to be somewhat professional, and I can't do that with blue hair. So crazy red's okay. Like this is actually, I'm showering tonight and then re-dyeing it tomorrow because my roots are literally beyond showing at this point. But it's going to be this color again.
And you have a BS in chemistry, correct?
Yes, I have bullshit in chemistry.
Bullshit in chemistry, yeah.
Because that's what BSs are.
Right, well, I mean, a BA is more bullshit than a BS.
Yeah, that's just because I was too lazy and didn't feel like a PhD.
Or if it tops out as an associate's in English.
Anyway, guys, though, I'm like really tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and duck out. But thank you like so much. This has been really fun. Maybe I'll come to another one of these in the future. So.
There's no maybe. You will be at another one. And thank you.
Okay.
There's Will.
Good night.
Zach, I'll find you.
Is this stuff again, Nicole? Okay.
Thanks for stopping by, Zach.
Okay. Well, good. Yes. Thank you.
Well, I hate to be that guy, but I do have other things to do. I think it's a good place to wrap up.
You have things to do?
I do. I'm talking with a lady. We're about to go have some webcam.
Does she have a penis?
She does. It's bigger than mine, so 11.5 inches. So.
I mean, there's just so many mothers to do, so little time.
There's so many bottles of alcohol for me to drink.
Hey, Cheryl, how's the pig doing?
Hamlet is doing good. Unfortunately, he's living with my dad right now, and my brother, who's a stoner, who can't take directions, overfeeds him, and he's ballooned up. He hasn't grown in length, but he has grown in weight from 50 pounds to 95 pounds. So we put him on a diet. He got fat.
So, slaughtering time?
No, Hamlet is friend, not food, and anybody who fucks with Hamlet, whatever you do to my pig, I will do to you, motherfuckers. He will grow to be 20. He is the apple of my eye.
It's gonna go all fucking American Sniper on your ass.
I could have bet.
I will. But I am out, ladies and gentlemen.
I could
Nicole,
imagine.
thank you for stopping by. Serial Killer, always a pleasure. Fat Guy, thanks for hosting.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm out too.
I have work.
I'm gonna end this.
Fuck all you. Have a good evening.
Alright, good night, everyone.